96.5 The Fan.
Oh, baby, we're ready. My voice is effed, so I apologize. I have not started smoking cigarettes. I just have been to 4 Royals games of their last 6. Thought about that this morning driving to the station. I'm like, man, I've been to 4 of the last 6 Royals games.
Would you lose your voice booing yesterday or what?
No, it was actually a really fun game. It was 8-6, a lot of home runs.
Same result.
Yeah, they lost for sure. Gotta turn that around soon because now 8-17. But got the Brett Veachtown shirt on. If you're watching,
I know that I'm
live
hard.
stream.
That's right. It is time.
Yeah. So you are stiff and ready to go for this day, Mac. Like you love this day. This is like a big day for you.
Love the first round. Love the first day.
Yeah. Big fan of the first 5 picks, 6 picks, 7 picks, 10 picks.
I like the whole first round.
Okay.
I think the first round's
when
fun.
When will you have your first, I don't know who that is, pick? What number
today?
will that be?
I don't know if that'll happen.
Right.
It's today.
Right. Well, if Rabel, it's the weekend. He's going to miss the weekend going to counseling.
Missing day 3.
Yeah, he's missing day 3 like most of us.
I respect that. It's a vulnerable thing to admit that you're going to counseling.
I'm glad he's doing that. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I just don't buy the counseling thing. It's just a comment. I did something wrong. I'm going to go to counseling and make it all better.
The reason I don't buy it's like, well, it really has to be during the draft. The reason you're doing that is because now we all know.
Now we all know, right?
I was just talking to the president.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, oh, I'm going to go to counseling. Okay, fine, great. Roll your eyes, hard eye roll. It's rinse repeat.
I was just talking about counseling.
Exactly. I mean, okay. So you're going to be better now. You're not going to cheat on your wife anymore, allegedly, right? Because you're going to count. I guess it's not allegedly anymore. If you're going to counseling and you've had to have hard conversations and somebody's out of a job, and obviously that there's more pictures that surfaced, yesterday.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
They're both wearing a gas mask.
There is not. No, I was
breakfast together, smiling.
Oh, they were holding hands again?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you saw the locked fingers and all that kind of stuff. Then Schefter came in and he took over. And so, So
friends do that, man.
Yeah,
they hold hands.
It happens all the time.
With incredible sources that Mike Vrabel does like over easy eggs.
Yeah.
Diana Rossini egg whites.
Yeah. That's probably a good guess, though. I mean, Vrabel seems like an over easy guy. Rossini is doing egg whites. There's no question about that.
She also loves avocado toast with everything bagel seasoning.
That's exactly
and
right.
With the second pick of the draft, the Jets look to take the best player available.
Right. Who is that?
Don't know.
I saw one today that says it may be David Bailey at number 2. The Chiefs may not even have an opportunity to jump up to get him at number 3.
I'm also being told the Chiefs are picking at pick 9.
That's right, exactly. The Chiefs the Chiefs will either pick at 9 or trade, is what I'm being told.
Up or down.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They won't trade neutral.
They could move. That's where you have to listen to these insiders. Most of the stuff they say is nonsense, and it doesn't even make any sense. I mean, listen to the word salads we had yesterday or the day before. We're like, this guy's not saying anything. But yeah, from what I'm hearing and from what I'm understanding, the Chiefs will either stay put at 9 or trade up or trade back. One of those things could potentially happen today with them. So that's what the sources are saying today. Yes, so that's what
Mac,
they're saying.
what are your sources telling you? That Ty Simpson's going to make it in the first round or no?
Do you think he does go?
I don't
Honestly,
think so.
No. Okay.
I think he's your video guy.
Oh,
is he there at the draft? Like, if you're Ty Simpson, you don't show up to this thing. I mean,
because you're right, Dusty. If he's there, he is the video guy.
Yeah, he has to be. But like, if you're him, though, you don't go to the draft. There's no chance of you going in. And honestly, I don't know how many players are going to be there. I know Fernando Mendoza with his mom's illness. He's staying at home with her. That's awesome. I love that move. By Fernando.
Yeah, that's a story all year.
Yeah, it changes the whole thing. I didn't realize that his mother had.
Yeah, she was always there in the tunnel before he'd go out.
Yeah. So
Ty
Simpson
saw will be there.
He will be there.
He's one of the 16 prospects in the green room.
He's on TV.
That's a mistake. That's a big mistake. No, that's going to be sad, man. No, seriously,
because that agent should be telling him.
No, we're not going. You're not doing this because they're going to show you constantly on the screen, and it's going to put your Q rating down, and it's probably going to cause your girlfriend to leave you.
Yeah.
I actually heard for Ty Simpson, I heard that he'd be the third string quarterback at Alabama if he stayed, and that's why he's going to the draft.
Wait, what?
He would be battling to be the second string quarterback.
You actually read that somewhere? Or
Yes,
heard that somewhere?
Yes, I heard that on the podcast.
Are you being serious
And that's
about
why he's
that?
going to the
That's why
draft.
he's going to the draft.
And
That's
his agent's done a
insane.
decent job at even making him maybe a first-round pick.
Well, he's got the same
PR.
agent as Orlovsky and all this kind of
course.
stuff. But he may be a guy, though, at the end of the day, maybe he is a decent enough quarterback. We don't know what he's going to be
Like
in the
15
NFL.
games.
But the fact that he's going to have to battle for the second-string job at Alabama, that tells you everything you need to know. Alabama has better quarterbacks maybe than most NFL teams has.
Talk to you later.
I mean, seriously. I mean, who's their starter right now at Alabama?
Yeah, it'll be their new guy. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Forrest Gump?
Well, he didn't play quarterback. He was a return specialist.
Oh, that's right. Did you see they signed their coach to a 12-year or 7-year extension at $12.5 million a year based on one season?
That was weird.
A year ago, before he even coached a game, they were talking about firing him, and now they're extending the guy. The magical world of college, man.
Keelan Russell and Austin Mack.
Mac's awesome.
Mac.
Yeah.
Mac and OP. They gave Binkley the best call of the entire draft phone lines.
No, it
You're
was
all these-
probably serious call.
All these beautiful fans that waited to call Jay Binkley and for him to maybe give them some sort of recognition. Yeah, the best call was Mac and OP.
yeah.
The guy that works here.
Yeah, the guy you already talked
Well,
about.
because you talked
nerds.
draft. I mean, they probably got together and actually talked about some prospects. Everybody else is just pranking his ass.
That's true. I was like, yeah.
Hello, Jay. What do you think? This is Rita. What do you think of doing a draft where we take all linemen? I'll hang up and listen.
Is the draft washed? That'd be great. Binkley, do you think the draft is washed? Well, it's clean.
And it's definitely clean. We'll get more on Binkley in the 9 o'clock hour and find out if the draft is washed.
He and Unacero will be here. God bless Chris Unacero, man.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
I mean, he gets hazard pay.
that guy's
right?
name's Robert Downey Jr.
It's not, right?
It is.
It is.
They have a guy on TV that's a Royals fan reacted to the State of News, and his name is Robert Downey Jr.
There's no way it's his real name.
Yeah.
He gave that name. I love that. And Fox Sports like, okay, Robert Downey Jr.
But I mean, why would that be the name you make up? Like of all,
Because it's believable, I guess. I don't know.
I talked to Robert Downey Jr. and he says this.
Local news at its finest. What's your name, Sir Robert Downey Jr.?
We're not talking to Cal Ripken. We're just talking to all the Iron Men.
This guy claims he's George Brett.
And sir, is it true? Did you crap yourself? Yes.
Robert Downey Jr. and
That was
George Brett speaking on the stadium.
It's a big deal.
Oh, my God, I'm crying. Okay, it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
What's your name?
And not even a thought. Like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. We're here with
That's
Robert Downey Jr. Do you still have the thing in your chest that keeps you alive? I do.
Yeah, good
and it's
shit.
belief.
Good chance that reporter doesn't even really know who Robert Downey Jr. is at this point in time.
Back.
RDJ, baby, come on.
No, you.
Iron Man?
Okay, you already J'd him, so.
Yeah, that's his boy, dog.
Yeah, that's
We're
my boy.
boys.
No, it's one of the legendary actors. Come on.
Yeah. What is that movie with Woody Harrelson where they're like natural born killers? Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
One of his first movies. He plays an Australian news reporter. Live in the jail cell. These two people, Mickey and Molly, go crazy. And it's a great movie. It'll
What's it
make
called?
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born
Okay.
Killers. It was the movie that killed Rodney Dangerfield.
Dang.
Yes, that's right. That is that movie.
He plays
Yes.
Julia Lewis's dad.
Yeah.
And he is an abusive alcoholic. And he had to play the role and like method acted it. So became and then he was after it was over, he's like, yeah, that's not me. And then died shortly after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
because he was always like, can't get no respect. And then in this movie, he's like, shut up.
Why
shut
would you
up.
cast him as that? You
'Cause
know,
it's great. I mean, who thought Heath Ledger would be the Joker?
True. That's,
I didn't.
That's a
I
fair
saw
point.
Heath Ledger as this beautiful, Australian blonde guy with blue eyes that was in all these drama movies, and all of a sudden he's, let me tell you about how I got these scars, and you're like, oh,
Well,
okay,
the thing
that's
with Rodney
great.
Dangerfield is probably one of those deals where he wanted to do something different, right? He was tired of being in Ladybugs and Back to School and all this kind of slapstick
Great
humor,
diver
which
in
were
Back to
great
School.
diver
That's
in Back to
definitely
School.
him.
I mean, it clearly is. You can
Yeah,
just watch the
six-pack.
movie. It's outstanding. But, and you get to that point, you're like, I want to do something different.
Yeah.
And then you do something different, and it's not what you should be doing,
I always go back to the Heath Ledger story where he reached out to Jack Nicklaus, and he's like, should I do this? And he's like, no, don't do it. It's it'll destroy you. Because he did obviously Joker and Batman, and he was like, it's going to ruin you. And then shortly after. And it's, because of his performance, I think alone, that movie is a top 5 movie of my lifetime that came out, the way it was perceived, the way that people loved it. So we could do villain drafts. Like, who would you take first pick of the villain draft? His character as a Joker would be up there for sure.
Yeah.
But so NFL draft, Jay Glazer's out here saying something juicy is going to happen in the first round.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Juicy, because
this is why I hate this day.
Because let me say something.
I am an absolute curmudgeon on this day. I hate the NFL draft.
He does. He hates it with all his
I don't
passion,
know what it is.
I'm
sorry that I'm an ass. I just don't like this. It's the most prolonged, garbage, drawn out thing in the world. And everybody we talk to today is going to tell me that I'm an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, everybody's going to say, Thursday's fun. It really is. Thursday is fun. The first round is good. After that, you can just get a facts of who was drafted by who.
Over under 3.5 minutes, the Raiders are on the clock.
I'm going to say over because,
they have to be. Because the NFL's like, you have to milk this.
Yeah,
but
we got to milk this. You got to milk it. But here's what also the NFL is going to run into, which is going to be interesting for the gamblers out there, right? This is what I'm going to start to follow a little bit because the picks are going to be in fast, they're saying, right? And if the picks start backing up and we're gambling on who the next pick is, what if somebody gets inside information from behind the screen? These insiders are giving out the information 3 or 4 picks in advance like we see. How does that impact the gambling market? And are you going to be able to, here in the near future, actually gamble on actual picks and who they are once the draft starts? Because we know with these insiders, they're scrambling. All right, in Indianapolis at pick 17, wait, we're on pick 2. We're jumping the gun on all of this. And I understand the insiders have their job to do, but how is the NFL going to monitor that with their gambling partnerships right now? Because that's a big deal. People are going to be gambling on who the first pick is, obviously, we know, but then everybody's going to be gambling on that second pick. And if news starts to trickle out, the gambling market's not going to be happy with that. So I'm interested to see how the NFL starts to kind of work the draft with their gambling partners and what they do about leaking picks early, because that's a big kind of revenue stream, I think, for the gambling companies right now.
Speaking of big revenue streams.
Today is a day, and by the way, this is the first day I've seen JJ smile in about a week.
And that was great. That was great, but this is what it's all about.
The Kansas City Royals are staying in the state of Missouri.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Hello, America.
We have that to talk about a little bit, plus all things draft today. Lots of guests, everybody on the show, 9 o'clock hours, character concerns. Bob and I are going to leave early, let Jay and Chris do the show. I'm kidding. We will be here with them here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, it is that time of year. It is the busy season. It is the end of school. It is the graduation season. It's wedding season. It's prom season. It's everything season, and you need catering. And my friends at Smokehouse Barbecue are going to make your life that much easier. If you have a graduation party coming up, if you have a wedding reception coming up, if you have an outdoor event, indoor, it doesn't matter. You need catering from Smokehouse Barbecue to take care of everything, because the last thing you want to do is have to worry about the food on the day of your big event. Smokehouse Barbecue will come and set everything up. They'll clean up everything for you. They'll take all the stress away, and you'll get an amazing meal for your guests as well. Burnt ends, pulled pork, baby back ribs, Cajun butter chicken wings, the hickory pit beans that cook under the brisket for the final few hours to give them a flavor that nobody else can match. Their cheesy corn is fantastic, and if you're dining in, I absolutely love the pulled chicken sandwich on that brioche bun, tossed in Cajun butter sauce with coleslaw on top. It is the best sandwich you're going to find at Smokehouse Barbecue and in Kansas City for that matter. So go visit them at one of their 3 locations, Independence, Gladstone, and Zona Rosa, or at smokehousebbq.com. Place all of your catering orders for those graduation parties now at smokehousebbq.com. For over 35 years, locally owned and family operated, it's Smokehouse Barbecue.
Hey, it's Gold, and right now I'm driving the new 2026 Ford Mustang Mach-E. It's a fully electric vehicle, saving some money on the high gas prices right now. And over at Shawnee Mission Ford, Ford has announced a great way for you to get that dream vehicle. $399 lease payments on Mustang EcoBoost, Bronco Sport Big Bend, or $499 lease payments on a Mustang GT or an Explorer Active. Get that vehicle of your dreams for only $399 or $499 a month, plus a $500 gas card on top of that. Shawnee Mission Ford is on a mission to do more in 26. $999 down payment plus taxes and fees for 36 months and 10,500 miles a year.
Imagine buying your next car from one dealership.
With the support of many.
With everything you'll ever need.
I'm McCall with Lee Summit Subaru, and there's a lot of reasons why you should buy from us. How about being Google's highest review rated and your first maintenance is free? Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty. You'll fall in love with driving again at Lee Summit Subaru.
From North, Central, South, the Ballaston Auto Group has you covered.
A family committed to
Excellence, growth,
And harmony.
What's got everyone talking?
That would be Talk of the Town Neighborhood Bar and Grill on 135th and Null and 119th and Quivira.
What's got everyone talking?
Everyone's talking about our daily specials, the best burgers and wings in town, great selection of beer and spirits. Oh, it's the dozens of TVs showing your favorite game.
That's what's got everyone talking.
This is Giannis, and now we're talking at Talk of the Town Neighborhood Bar and Grill.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Null or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
What matters to you matters to us. That's why Busey Bank takes the time to understand your goals and build solutions that fit your story. From everyday banking to long-term planning, our team is here to help you navigate every stage with care and expertise. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor, your advisor, and your advocate. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Royals coverage brought to you by Metal by the Foot, your metal project superstore.
Where can you find an extensive line of Blue Demon welding supplies, filler, rods, and wire? Metal by the Foot, located in Casey and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
The Kansas City Royals are staying in the state of Missouri.
Ooh, music to my ears, baby. I love it. Everything I saw yesterday, from the renderings to everything that our station tweeted out, from the pictures to I thought everybody nailed it yesterday talking about everything. I thought it was a good presentation. I'm excited. I saw the new field, where it's going to be at, all the stuff around it, where it's going to be. Where are they going to park? That was some funny DMs I got yesterday that was apparently melted with sarcasm. But, yeah, pretty big day yesterday. The Royals announcing their new home in downtown Kansas City. So the Royals get a baseball stadium in downtown. It's going to be huge, a little village area, a lot of stuff happening there. The Hall family speaking, Sherman speaking, Lucas speaking. George Brett was there. I thought that was kind of cool because
awesome.
His interviews at the end of it, I was watching on TV. He's like, "This has been a long time coming." He's like, "I've been waiting for a while," and then he goes, "I hope I'm still around when this new thing opens up."
You think about it,
72,
though. Yeah, I mean, you think about that's
Right.
5 years roughly for that. He should be still around at that age. I mean, he's in great shape.
He looks
and
great.
He's fantastic. But I always think about that kind of stuff. Like not maybe in the death side of things, but how many people that are employed in their positions today with the Royals and Chiefs will be in those positions when the new stadium's open, right?
Yeah,
Will
I hope
Andy
all of
Reid
them.
be the coach? Will Brett Veach be the GM? Will Q be the manager? Will JJ be the GM? Odds would say probably 3/4 of those guys are not in their positions when they come. And I think if you're ranking them, I think Brett Veach probably has the best opportunity to be in his position when the time comes because of his youth. He's done a really good job, all that kind of stuff here. I don't know who 2, 3, and 4 are potentially on that list, but
I mean, tonight will be a big indication if Brett Veach is in that new stadium.
True. Yeah,
Straight up.
absolutely.
Tonight, tomorrow, and
this
Saturday.
weekend,
Yeah.
absolutely going to be.
It's a
It's same
big
for
draft.
Andy Reid too. If they don't do well, Andy may not be in that new stadium. I don't know that JJ and Q make it to the new stadium though. I don't. You
I
don't
don't
know
know.
those things. That's 5 years from now.
I
you
don't know if Andy is in that new stadium.
I don't know that he is either. I mean, just based on
And I kind of think it's
age,
best if
you
he's
know?
not.
Yeah, maybe
if that's
so.
if that's a weird take, like Andy, kind of is the last hurrah of Arrowhead Stadium, and then when the new stadium opens, it's someone else's new valley to go down. And again, that's 5 years from now, so that would put Andy Reid at like 73, ish. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
But it all depends if they're still winning and they're going to
Right.
Super Bowls and they're still on top. Then you don't stop that train at all. I don't think so. But I do. I really think like if we're betting on this thing, well, of the 4 people in charge, I think Brett Veach is the only one that makes it to the new stadiums. That's just my take on that thing. Just doing the math. It's not insulting.
was that your biggest takeaway yesterday,
that only one person will go to the
or like your thought process of like who is
That's
going
the
to be
first
there?
thing I always think of. Yeah, it is. It's weird. It's kind of like, all right, who's going to make it to this new stadium?
Because my
But,
thing is when I see the stadium pictures, is like what sticks out to me.
I know that I'm hard.
Big time
That's
yesterday.
what sticks out to me.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, and I even like put that up on 2 different social media platforms. And if you know, you know, right? But I love the like left field party deck area that had like the grass on top with like the Edison bulbs hanging down. Like to me, that would be awesome. I love that Mr. Sherman talked about how it's going to be a lot like Dodger Stadium. Like when you walk in, like home plate is like right there, like below you. So like everything from the street level view, it's not going to look like this huge like structure. It's just going to
Built
look
in the
like
ground, yeah.
it's going to be awesome. So it's super exciting. They got the like fountain display in center field. They have the crown vision up and right. And then just like everything around it, like the view is going to be sick. It's going to be facing north, right? You're going to be looking north towards the stadium. So like
The only stadium, I believe.
2 of them have done that.
Okay.
San Diego and I believe Minnesota.
What's that
Gotcha.
now?
That like the whole like you're looking north.
So east is on your right, so it'll be setting west. So the shadows will be going over the outfield. That's why most stadiums don't do that.
Yeah. Most stadiums, like I thought baseball had a rule where home plate had to face a certain direction. I think they try to have a rule where it faces the same direction in every ballpark for those reasons. I mean, they try to streamline the thing, and so there's exceptions for every ballpark that are out there. So
Our buddy Adam Spears on Twitter tagged all 3 of us and said the stadium the haters won. It's the stadium facing a gigantic parking garage.
yeah.
Way to go, Adam.
Well, I mean, I did see a story Fox 4 that with the new stadium. It's stop hanging the low hanging fruit with the parking situation. Enough. Nobody wants to hear about that.
Have
anymore.
they named the stadium?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
no. But
that's one
whoever
thing
spends the most money to name it will get that name, I'm sure. Yeah, and they should have naming rights for the stadium. Everything should have a sponsor on it.
But I thought yesterday was a very historic big day.
Huge.
Like if you and Savon ever want to have children, they will go to that stadium.
They're gonna go to
They
that
will never
stadium. I thought
know
about that,
Kauffman
too.
Yeah, they will never know Kauffman Stadium.
Yeah, that's the other thing. People will never know
'Cause even
Kauffman
if you had a
Stadium and
kid-
Arrowhead
even
now.
if you
Yeah.
had a kid today, you're probably not taking a 4-year-old at max
They
to a
wouldn't-
game.
They wouldn't remember it anyways.
No.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
like,
That's
yeah,
why you don't go to
that's-
Disney World until they're at least like 8.
Yes, yes.
We're taking our 2-year-old to Disney World. It's gonna be awesome.
When
Are
I
you
went,
going?
and I still remember it, and it is a
At
great.
2?
No, when I went 7 or 8 years old,
yeah.
great time
That's
to go.
when you have your
Of course.
first kind of
Great time.
memories.
That's when
Yes.
eating breakfast with Goofy and Donald is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
When you're 15, it sucks.
And then when you're 47 and you're paying for it, it sucks even more because those eggs cost you $47.95 a piece. You know, it's a $200 breakfast for powdered eggs. Get bent. I mean, I don't know a bigger ripoff than Disney World. I mean, I'll be honest.
Than powdered eggs.
Oh, powdered eggs are up there too. But I mean,
who's buying those?
Well, I mean, who's
watched,
sleeping with Ric Flair?
A lot of people.
Obviously, apparently, well, according to him, it's like him or Jerry Jones.
Who's
I mean,
having sex with Jerry Jones? I don't know the question to this day.
But like Jerry Jones is much more appealing than Ric Flair.
No.
Oh, absolutely. I think Jerry Jones is a much better looking man than Ric Flair.
What's Jerry Jones' nickname?
What is it?
I don't know, but I know that Ric Flair's the Nature Boy.
Yeah, but look at you look at his
limousine
hair
driving,
and
alligator wearing.
Doesn't mean he's attractive. I mean, I think Jerry Jones is a much better looking man than Ric Flair. Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
That's right. That's according to Fescoe.
Yeah. I mean, Ric Flair? People are lining up to hang out with Ric Flair? I mean,
maybe not
good
today.
Lord.
Yeah, not
back in the day.
Maybe back in the day.
He put you in the figure 4 leg lock.
But he's talking like today. I mean, 80,000 women or something. Like he's trying to make Will Chamberlain look the fool.
Woo! Woo! The Nature Boy.
I just want to win, Jim.
Charlotte's a hell of a lady too.
No, it felt good to be a Kansas City though yesterday.
For sure,
it was
a huge
awesome.
day.
Huge day.
Whether you hated it, I don't care. It's awesome. They're staying home. They're going to be downtown. That district's going to be amazing.
It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
85-acre area of like what John Sherman said will be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, baseball district. Like he got everything he wanted, and it happened. And now we get to move on, and we get to wait for them to break ground, start demolition of stuff around it, then start building the stadium. And the next thing you know, we'll be, all right, we're going to go tour the stadium of the new Royals home. And
I remember doing that when they built Sporting Park and going out there in a hard hat, right? That was 2010.
And it was awesome.
It was cool. Like,
yeah, that is cool.
It was cool. That was 16 years. I can't believe it's been that long, but that was 16 years ago. Like, oh, let's go out and check out this new Sporting Park. I'm like, all right, fine. Soccer stadium. Interesting.
I love the Mayor Q flexing on Twitter, too. He's like, so what are the negative takes? He's like, displacing a business, moving right back, insufficient parking with 9,000 spaces on site, too many jobs retained in KCMO, taxes generated by the team funding the team project. I mean, I thought that was a great post, just kind of like, hey, what do you want? What do you want?
Well, I mean, I'm
everyone
sure
will find something.
Yeah, I'm sure the KC tenants will bitch, but like they were bitching yesterday about displacing people. Nobody lives at Crown Center, pal.
No one's
put that in your pipe and smoke
You
it.
know what I
Like,
also thought was really key about this, and maybe it's minute. I apologize to cut you off, but like the Hall family relocating.
Yeah.
Like they're like, yeah, you can have this. We're fine. We'll go somewhere else.
well, they don't need the space anymore at Hallmark, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the dirty little secret is nobody buys greeting cards anymore, right? So they don't need that space. So it makes perfect sense. And I'm sure they're getting a great tax rebate and money, and all. They're making money on this deal. Let's not kid ourselves that the Halls are being generous here. They're getting a check at the end of the day as well, as much as anybody. But they're consolidating, they're downsizing. They don't need this as much space as they have. I mean, everybody knows somebody that works at Hallmark. There's a lot of empty space in there, so it makes a lot of sense from a business standpoint as well, to do all this. But yeah, there literally is no complaining about this deal. I mean, we're not displacing people. We're not displacing businesses. We're not doing anything like that. And so those who have those complaints can, you can pee up a rope, basically, is what, you can do with that one, because exactly, you can't. And so that's why you can't complain about this.
Pee up a rope.
You've never heard that saying? Well, that's on you, not me.
It's fine. It's just funny to me. Like, I just think of somebody trying to.
But if you're going to complain about this, there really is
wieners.
nothing to complain about in this process.
Boy, today's beautiful. Well, it could be 79.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The KC tenants, go away. Stop. Don't even bother with this, because seriously,
hard.
You're wasting your time at this point in
It's
time.
over. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
Like-
done. Stop. Just go worry about something that actually matters, because this is going to bring business. This is going to bring visitors. This is going to bring money. It's going to contribute more to downtown Kansas City than half of those places that are now closed that were complaining that we were going to take over. Go look at how many of those businesses that bitched during the Crossroads side of things are still open.
I think the one thing I took away yesterday, because I was at the Royals game watching them yesterday, and the view behind home plate is just immaculate, right? You guys have all been there. And the stadium. And I think I said it best. I said, I love this place. I love this view, and I'll miss it. But that's okay.
Yeah, you move on. It's great.
I missed the first house I grew up in. But you know what? The house I moved into was awesome. But I still remember the times in the backyard, my friends coming over and playing on the basketball goal that's probably still there in Blue Springs. But you know what? It was time to move, and it was fine, because we expanded. We got older. that house wasn't enough for us anymore, and that's exactly what happened. And yes, you'll always find someone in your family like, I liked the living room setting better at your old house. Well, that's fine, Margaret,
Right,
but now we have this, and we have all this area and space. So I'm happy. Yesterday was you nailed it, man. Yesterday was a big day for Kansas Cityans, especially sports fans. If you don't like it, you don't have to go.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll take your seat.
If you don't like it, please don't go. But don't tell me you don't like it. And if you come up to me in public and you say I really don't like it, I'm going to tell you this: don't go then.
Or I'm going to ask you, give me a reason why. And if you can legitimately tell me why you don't like it,
but there is no. It's going to be parking. It's going to be. It's new. It's different. All the low hanging fruit that people like to complain about when they don't know something. And I'm sure people will walk around and complain. Oh, it's not the old stadium. I mean, you heard it in New York with Yankee Stadium, and obviously Yankee Stadium's different than Kauffman. There was that's a historic stadium. This is just a baseball stadium that had a couple of good years in it. So it's not like we're losing history and tradition. That oh my God, all these World Series and things like that. Maybe we get an opportunity to start a new history and tradition and make that ballpark the ballpark of winning. But at the end of the day, there really is nothing to bitch about, and if you're bitching about it, you're just a bitcher.
We need a pitcher, not
exactly.
a belly itcher.
The last time we won a Super Bowl, I could still get hard without taking a pill. Nowadays, my dinger just looks like a wet biscuit.
Is that Ric Flair?
No, that's Jerry. Ric Flair's the nature boy, and Jerry Jones is the wet biscuit. All right, so let's talk draft, because that's tonight. We'll all be at the Brooksider, by the way. We'll have Jay and Chris in here today at 9 o'clock, the Character Concerns guys, and then they'll be on the air tonight live at the Brooksider, so hopefully you all can come out and check it out. I did look at their menu. Fire. Looks like there's a lot of good stuff on there, Mac, for you and I to enjoy.
Let's go.
Some Southwest Indian type of stuff,
Yes.
buffalo chicken salad, some mozzie sticks, some tater shots, cheese shots, literally cheese shots.
Cheese shots.
I think they're just like cheddar bites.
Oh, okay.
Hello, America.
Sounds great.
Hello,
America.
Bill Simmons, your boy, your guy, big Boston guy, says that the Chiefs have the most pressure in the draft today.
He did. He did say that.
Agree or disagree?
Said the Giants close second.
The Giants are huge.
Giants, I don't know.
Two in the top 10.
Yeah. I guess
For
pressure. Define pressure. Like, what do you mean by pressure? How do we know if the pressure is going to be relieved? How do we know? Like, we're not going to know tonight if any of these players at any team are any good.
I think the pressure that amounts to the Chiefs is you have a chance not once but twice to draft two players that are high-profile type of positions, defensive end, wide receiver. If they go that route, which is the route that I've wanted them to go since we started talking about what they could do in the draft and what they could do to expand their team. And that is pressure, because if you don't nail these guys now in the future, we look at Brett Veach, we look at the Kansas City Chiefs, we look at the production on the field, and then it's like, well, if you don't nail these guys, they're very expensive in free agency.
Yeah.
And if you nail these guys and it works and they are a positive product for your team moving forward, you've then saved a ton of money not having to go get a guy that's a defensive end that's a top near free agent, or a wide receiver that you're like, we need a wide receiver, we don't have any. They haven't drafted a wide receiver that's actually worth a darn for this team.
No. And I saw a comment today on ESPN.com, their website, where they put like sports news and stuff. And I think it was Jeremy Fowler that said that he had a quote from a Chiefs source that said they may not re-sign Rashee Rice at the end of this season because of the off-the-field stuff. And so you hear that. Is that more smoke that's being thrown out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I feel like, we've seen the Chiefs organization. They tend to give everybody else an opportunity. But maybe the Rashee Rice thing just got to the point where they're like, all right, we've given you already those opportunities, and we're not interested in giving you another opportunity, right? I don't know what they're going to do, but I thought that was may not re-sign Rashee Rice. And so if that is the case, that maybe may make the wide receiver position a little bit more enticing for them. But also they had Jordan Tyson going to the Giants, and I'm go whatever chalk is, we probably are going to see a very chalky draft tonight. I just feel that way, right?
Oh, you think it's just going to go as planned?
I do. Like
so Ruben Bay 9.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like when we have all these conversations, it's a lot of smoke. And then what players are we truly trading up for, guys? What players are we truly trading up for in this draft? Other than him,
Reese.
right? I don't even know if Reese is worthy of trading up
Caleb
for at
Downs?
this point. I don't know. He may drop to number 10 at this
Jordan
point.
Tyson?
If he's gone at 5.
Cardell Tate?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of these guys are worthy of making a big move. I'm talking for all teams, making a big move up the board to get one of those guys. I just don't think that superstar, alleged superstar anyway, exists right now in this draft that you're going, I've got to mortgage the future to trade up for that guy. Now, if the Jets don't take David Bailey, I'd be on the phone trying to move up to number 3 to get David Bailey there from Tennessee or Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, and I think Arizona's going Jeremiah Love tonight. That's what I think's happened at number 3. I think
That would make sense for them getting rid of their quarterback, starting the regime with Jacoby Brissett until they can find somebody in 2027, and then anchor him with Jeremiah Love.
You think Arizona goes with Jeremiah Love
I think
tonight?
all the reports are that their owner loves him. I don't know about the GM and the rest of it, but the owner is in love with Love, and that matters. That goes a long way.
It does go a long way, which makes me excited because owners should have no say in who you're drafting.
Of course, of
I
course.
mean, just being honest with you.
And they have so many holes to where, you could make that argument, Dusty, be like, well, running back, new offense, like whatever it is, like they need anything.
Third-year wide receiver that's supposed to be great. We don't know if he's going to be. Marvin Harrison Jr. You've got McBride, the tight end, and then you draft Love, the running back. Maybe you don't need the superstar quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just need the manager.
And that's Jacoby Brissett. He's done fine being that game
He's
manager.
the guy that preps the new guy, right?
But if you're also going to be that game manager guy, you've got to invest in legitimate talent around that guy.
For sure. Do you guys have any guys that might fall? Because we remember Will Levis, and God bless his ex-girlfriend, because she's started following her on Instagram. I didn't know she was a thing still.
Is she still a thing?
Oh boy, is she, Bob.
What is she doing?
Pictures.
Okay.
Beach pictures.
Influencer. Is she making money, or is she
Oh, I'm
just?
sure. I'm sure.
Who's paying her? Do you have their numbers? Because I'm interested.
I don't know.
Bobby at the J's telling everybody I'm starting to look really fit right now. So
Gotcha.
if you can get some Instagram picture numbers where I can make some money flexing my 6-pack, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
I'll get you. Yeah, I'll see. I don't know if your demo's exactly the same as hers, but we'll find out.
Probably. But you never know.
Would you eat an entire jar of mayonnaise?
For how much money?
For her.
No.
Because that's what she was into.
Yeah, no.
That man had cologne that was scented with mayo.
What's he doing now? Is he still part of the Titans?
Yes, I believe he's on the team.
He should go somewhere else and just be a backup because he's actually talented. He just sucked in Tennessee.
Yeah,
He had some
exactly.
pretty unforgettable moments
Oh,
of turning
God,
the ball over.
yeah.
I'm like, what is this guy doing?
But can he recover, though? I don't know.
I mean, he seemed to do all right after losing that dime piece of a girlfriend that went and got NIL money. Remember that? She got Burger King money, I think, gave her a bunch of endorsements, or not NIL, but it was endorsement money.
Titans and Steelers, or excuse me, Steelers and Packers are linked to Will Levis trading for him.
The Steelers need a quarterback, guys.
So they may trade for
here
Levis.
we go. Aaron Rodgers holding another franchise hostage again.
And the Packers lost their backup.
Yeah, they don't have Malik Willis.
He's now the starter in
Exactly.
Miami.
Oh, Mason
Yeah.
Rudolph's going into the season as the starter right now. If he doesn't, so yeah, there has to be. I read that this morning. Mason Rudolph will go in as the starter in Pittsburgh if Aaron Rodgers does not come
With
back.
his nose so bright.
It is very much so. But I mean, why do these teams allow Aaron Rodgers to do this? It wasn't like Aaron Rodgers is playing good football anymore.
He's a legend.
Because they don't have anything
I was
else.
gonna say,
They don't have anything else is the right answer. But why don't you have something else?
Exactly.
Like, why haven't you prepared for this if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers?
And you didn't have anything else 8 years ago when Big Ben was on his last leg.
Right.
So what is going on with this team? This team's going to win 9 games this year. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the
9
same.
and 8. You think they're going to be 9 and 8? But who's going to be the quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
It probably
Probably
will be.
Rodgers,
But I mean, is he going to come on stage tonight and announce that he's staying?
That'd be awesome.
Like, what will fans in Pittsburgh do? Will they cheer?
He comes out with the first pick of the first round of the 2026 draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not drafting a quarterback because I'm coming back. They take player named.
Yeah, no, Roger Goodell announces it.
Now, you could tell that Rodgers is coming back because they went and got Michael Pittman. They have DK Metcalf. They have big dudes out in the outside that he could just 3-step drop floating up there.
Well,
Yeah, they got someone else too, like a running back or something. I can't remember. They got one other guy.
Or he's not coming back and he's just leading them astray.
Maybe
you know?
come back. Who's
Maybe
the
come
biggest? Who's the biggest faller tonight?
Rico Dowdle.
I think it could be Reuben Bain. I think it could be. You know, I think he gets to 9 for the Chiefs, and if they decide to take somebody else there, he could fall a little bit further
They
down the
went and signed
board.
Rico.
Yeah, they got Rico Dowdle as well.
But they said the arm length for Reuben Bain with the Chiefs is not a big deal, even though Spags likes long arm guys. They're saying the arm length for Reuben Bain, according to ESPN, does not matter for
So
the
you
Chiefs.
get Bain falling?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like past 15?
I think if the Chiefs don't take him at 9, I think we can see him fall a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. Jordan Tyson is like the guy that came on 3 weeks ago, super strong.
Yep.
And people have been talking about, like, I've liked him, but then he just soared, and now he's like, he is the number 1 wide receiver that we all thought he was, but now people are actually talking about him that way. I could see going away.
Lemon.
Ooh, yeah.
Liz?
Yep.
He has not been discussed at all, it feels like.
And everyone freaked out about his interviews where he was like
Yeah, he finally commented on that I saw yesterday.
What did he say?
So I was just in the moment or something.
He was like, "Yeah, I was in the moment. I got to learn from that, and I was just trying to be myself, and that wasn't. It looked weird, basically."
Welcome to the NFL,
He's like, "I looked
kid.
back at that. I was like, that was kind of weird."
Yeah.
So
Counseling.
Coming up on the other
8-3.
side, we know who's going number one. We discuss said number one overall pick, Fernando Mendoza. On the other side, what it means for the Raiders. Plus, they play in the same division as the Chiefs. We discuss all of it next here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics want you to feel better, right? That's what it's all about, feeling good so you can enjoy life. And so you don't have to say no when somebody asks you to go play golf or pickleball or just hang out with your kids or grandkids. You want to be able to do it all. And so if you're having knee pain, joint pain, elbow pain, you need to turn the corner and see my friends at QC Kinetics because they specialize in regenerative treatments that get you back in the game without surgery or those endless recovery months. Be honest with yourself for a second. Does joint pain keep you up at night? Are you leaning on daily meds just to get through time at work? If you're nodding your head yes, you're exactly who QC Kinetics helps every single day. And the best part is it's done right in the office with no downtime. You get your treatment and you go on with your day. It is that easy. So now it's time for you to start with that free consultation. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, has a special offer for the playoffs. Sign into your existing BetMGM account and snag a NBA playoff odds boost token. Then take your shot at scoring more on your next win. Simply log in, add qualifying bet on the NBA playoffs to your bet slip, and activate the token. If you win your wager with the token attached, fast break, make BetMGM, authorized gaming partner of the NBA, your home for playoffs action with bonuses like odds boost tokens and more. Claim your odds boost token for the NBA playoffs.
Home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
You've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your friend and an actual jeweler at Chain Company.
I'm proud to work for a family business that's been committed to the highest quality standards for nearly 100 years. Your dream engagement ring is designed for quality every step of the way. We set your diamond by hand, never with machines. Prong tips are beautiful and secure, and intricate details are thoughtfully crafted. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend knows true love deserves the highest quality. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Royals coverage on The Fan, sponsored by Salvation Army Kick Hunger Civic Lunch on May 7th. Get ready to kick off a summer of soccer in Kansas City while fighting hunger. Join the Salvation Army for the Kick Hunger Civic Lunch 2026 May 7th. Score big for local families in need. Grab your tickets or table today at kickhungerkc.com. That's kickhungerkc.com.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Northland 169 highway southbound, heavy at Briar Cliff, then sluggish to 9 highway. Kansas side 35 southbound in Lenexa, a little slow past 95th Street down to 435 with road work. Alan Carr 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Happy draft day to all of you out there that love to celebrate. Let me ask you guys an off-the-wall question about what we were just talking about during the break. Do you think Vrabel's on the sidelines on opening day for the New England Patriots?
Yes.
Here's a tweet from somebody by the name of Jason Smith. He hosts on Fox Sports Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vrabel leaving the Patriots this weekend. I have to think there's going to be a big bombshell on the way soon, maybe from the Athletics investigation. I don't know if that's a sarcastic tweet, if that's a real tweet, if that's a something to think about tweet, but I mean, there's no guarantees that, like, what if more stuff does come out on this, you know? There's no guarantees. You know, my wife texted me this morning. She goes, that poor lady, Diana, not poor lady, but, you know, she did what she did. She lost her job over this, right? What's happened to Vrabel? He's going to one day of counseling in the woods of Massachusetts and misses the third round of the draft or third day of the draft.
He had some tough conversations.
Oh,
remember, Brad?
Yeah,
He had some tough
That's right.
conversations.
Had tough conversations, I'm sure. So I just find it interesting. I don't know. It's gonna be fun to watch this thing play out because I don't think we're at the end of this thing.
Totally agree. We're going to peel back this onion more and more and more.
I think so.
There is potential to have something be, catastrophic for Mike Vrabel in his career. I believe that. Will that come out? Will that happen? I don't know. Is that probable? Probably not. But, yeah, there's that potential that he was giving information and getting a lot of certain big decisions in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's insider trading, they call it on Wall Street, you know, with the politicians. They say insider trading all the time. I mean, there's insider trading with this. I'm also interested to see how the other insiders react because I'm sure a lot of them are going, I've done maybe not that, but I've, gifts or dinners or, whatever. Peel the onion back on this whole insider thing is going to be very interesting.
Don't forget, tonight we are going to be at the Brooksider. We have the draft prize again. $965 prize if you win our draft contest. Chris and Bink will be broadcasting live, and of course, all of our staff here will be in attendance. Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill. Game day nights when they're having the first pick. So
12 hours and 11 minutes and 2 seconds.
Let's go. Come on. I know that I'm hard. Mac loves this day. What does Fernando Mendoza need to do to be successful?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking about Fernando Mendoza. I read an interesting column last week on Fox Sports. Those guys are very rare. Like, we always make comps to the people who are the best at what they do and say, if he's not Bobby Witt or Aaron Judge or whoever, well, then he's just not that good. He can be an okay quarterback and still be a guy that wins games in Las Vegas, and he could be a tier 2 quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a tier 1 quarterback in this league. I don't know that he's going to be a tier 2 quarterback in this league. But can you still have success in the NFL and put a good product out on the field where your quarterback is kind of middle of the road, but you have good skill position players around him? And they are, Henry Ruggs is getting out soon. He may go back. So you may have more skill position players around Fernando Mendoza. And I think that's the way the Raiders are looking at it. We know we're not going to get Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or whoever you think is a top quarterback in this league. But we can get another tier below and surround him with those weapons and maybe make him better. So if Fernando Mendoza goes out there and he's just a good quarterback, I would think that's a successful draft pick.
by the Oakland Raiders at number 1. I don't know, but I just don't think you can have the comparisons and say, well, he has to be Patrick Mahomes. He's not going to be Patrick Mahomes on any planet.
What if he's Bo Nix?
That's good. I think that's really good.
Is
if
that
you're
his
Bo Nix.
ceiling? Because Bo Nix is mobile. Mendoza, we know, is mobile. We know he's an older type of quarterback, kind of the same narrative Bo Nix had coming out. Surround him with talent. Maybe that can make him flourish better. He's got Bowers and Genty that he'll have in Vegas. Plus, they'll have another pretty high pick in the second round. If he's Bo Nix, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's
fantastic.
real good if he's Bo Nix. Absolutely. I mean,
What's his floor?
well, out of the league in a year, like
Yeah.
who is it? Josh Rosen. I think that's the floor right there.
Wow, I don't know. No, I think his floor is like a backup. I think he's a good backup. Like, I think he's a guy that's going to get along with people. He's going to know the playbook. He's smart. He's got a good arm.
So he's a coach?
Yeah.
So his
He would be a
floor
good
is
coach.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, like a Mason Rudolph type. Yeah, that's his floor. I think
Skylar Thompson.
his ceiling is right above Bo, right in that top 10 range.
Okay.
But yeah, Dak is like MVP candidate, maybe 1 or 2 seasons. Yeah, like that's where I'm at now with Mendoza.
If he's Dak Prescott, this is a home run pick.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not a huge Dak fan, but if the Raiders get a guy who plays like Dak Prescott and you're in playoff conversation every single year, that's an awesome pick at number 1. You can't do much better than that.
Because you mentioned his ceiling could be Jared Goff.
Yep,
But Jared
Goff.
Goff's a statue, right? He doesn't move.
Goff
And,
with
yeah.
the Rams or Goff with the Lions?
Goff
Both
with
were
the
good.
Lions, yeah. Goff with the Lions, I would say. But yeah, the statue-esque of Goff makes it like where it's kind of incomparable because I think Mendoza's going to use his legs more than we probably think.
What if he's Kyler Murray?
Well, he doesn't have the but yeah. In what way?
Like, he's never going to do it for a lot of people, but he's going to sustain a career in the league as somebody that always gets a chance. Like, Kyler Murray's a starter in Minnesota, hasn't played a snap for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
in Arizona, it was like, was he good? Was he hurt? Is he overrated? Is he underrated? Is he – because you mentioned MVP candidate. Kyler Murray was, for 2 seasons straight, at least in the first half of the seasons, he was an MVP candidate. Like, they were talking about him being possibly an MVP candidate. I know it
And then
didn't
the
work
rest of the
out.
season happens,
Correct,
Yeah,
but
he
that's
was
what we
the
do in
Alex Smith
football.
MVP candidate, first 7-8 weeks.
Yeah, what
that
if
thing.
Mendoza is Alex Smith?
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Alex Smith in Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City,
Kansas
Alex
City's
Smith.
Alex Smith. Yeah. Now, I don't know who the coaches are in Las Vegas. I know we got
Clint
to
Kubiak.
I know, and this is 2026. That does not fly. That's Harry High School stuff, man.
Agreed.
That like Bill Parcells could do what he wants. He's Bill Parcells. You're Clint Kubiak. You've never coached a day in your life. You're going to come in there and take those logos off. That's low rent type stuff. And that to me screams already failing. I mean, it really
agree.
does. Like that's childish. Okay, nobody's going to have a logo till you make the team. Okay, coach, this is what we're doing. Let's focus on what matters.
He goes out there to the Super Bowl ring. You boys want to earn one of these? You see this right here? You want to earn it? Starts with no logo.
Yeah, no
Oh,
logo.
get bent.
Okay, yeah. Oh, God, no logo guy. Good Lord.
Is there a real quick? I thought of this the other day.
Who's
Is
the
there-
quarterback coach there, though? I'm sorry to interrupt. Like, who's the offensive coordinator? Who's the quarterback coach? Like, what is the system in place in Oakland? Or Vegas or wherever the hell they are. If you're going to be a rookie quarterback in this league and you're telling me you have an offensive coordinator that's never done it before and a quarterback coach that was like a film guy last year, it's going to be tough. I hope they have good people in place. Not that I care what the Raiders do, but if they want him to have that kind of success, they need to have the right coaches in place.
Gentlemen, are you ready to crack the draft?
Mm-hmm.
Treasure chest that is 89,000 pages long, that's full of detail, that has us to stay focused. You got it. It's Mitch Holtis. He's next here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, the age-old question, where are we going to park? And I've got the easy answer for you. It is Park and Go at KCI. As school is winding down and the summer plans are starting to heat up, you need to have your parking booked at the airport so you're ready to go. And Park and Go is going to help you with that because they've got all covered parking and a website and app that make it so easy to make a reservation and prepay. You just do it at bookparkandgo.com. Make sure you prepay. That's when you save money, and then you're taken care of, and you're good to go. You show up on the day of your flight and scan your reservation. Boom, the gate opens and they direct you to that covered parking spot that they have reserved for you. You pull in, and as soon as you get there, the bus meets you, and it's off to the airport. You're there in no time at all. And once you're at the terminal, you're relaxed and ready to go. When you get back, it's simple. Plane lands, grab your bags, walk outside, jump on the bus. It's waiting for you. And then it's right back to the trunk of your car. So join their frequent Parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
I'm McCall with Lee Summit Subaru, and it's time to make a big deal out of nothing. Announcing Lee Summit Subaru's 0% event. Up to 0% financing on select 2025 Subaru models for 72 months. And we have the largest selection of Subaru certified vehicles in Kansas City, starting as low as 1.9% for 72 months.
0% event and a lifetime warranty. Fall in love with driving again at Lee Summit Subaru.
Based on January 2025 through June 2025 Kansas City inventory listings.
What's got everyone talking?
That would be Talk of the Town Neighborhood Bar and Grill on 135th and Null and 119th and Quivira.
What's got everyone talking?
Everyone's talking about our daily specials, the best burgers and wings in town, great selection of beer and spirits. Oh, it's the dozens of TVs showing your favorite game.
That's what's got everyone talking.
This is Giannis, and now we're talking at Talk of the Town Neighborhood Bar and Grill.
Now's the time to complete that painting project you've been putting off. CertaPro Painters provides a free estimate quickly and at the right price. Whether it's interior or exterior, you'll never have to wonder what's next. They provide reliable updates because they know how important your home is to you. Ask about their spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. Remember, each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in Kansas City. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everything you knew about reaching customers online is being rewritten. Time to rethink your approach. Outcomes from Viant finds real customers, not impressions, not clicks, customers. Our AI maximizes every dollar of your budget against the outcomes that matter most and proves it happened. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri.
This report is brought to you by Bet365. Winning is everything.
Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. For a limited time, take advantage of an HVAC replacement with financing starting as low as $149 a month. More options, better timing, and less stress for your home.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Southside 435 eastbound before Metcalf. Right at that exit, you've got an accident blocking two right lanes. Delays pretty heavy back to 69 Highway and building quickly. Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. When you plan ahead, you get more options, better scheduling, and less stress. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Join us at the Fans Draft Party at the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill on April 23rd for your chance to win $965 in our draft contest. 96.5 The Fan. KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. He's been the voice of Chiefs Kingdom since 1994.
Damian Williams, 20, stays in bounds, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Kansas City, Damian Williams runs to immortality.
Here's Mitch Holtis on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
He's rocked up, he's thick.
He's rocked up, he's thick.
That's Mitch Holtis, baby.
Your voice of the Chiefs, the voice of the Chiefs. Mitch, how we doing on draft day, baby? How we doing?
Game day. Feels like game day. Feels like high school football game day. Mark Woods, who's one of the most prominent pharmacists in this town, grew up with me. His mom would cook us pregame meal, and then I'd puke it an hour later, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. That's what I feel like right now.
Wow, that good, huh?
That good.
Wow.
That good.
I was going to text you yesterday because
so much excitement.
I was going to text you yesterday because I found something so off base and off the wall, but I figured you were the only person on earth who would share this joy with me. Do you remember back in the day a clown by the name of Emmett Kelly?
Yep, he was from Sedan, Kansas.
Exactly. I had no idea. I knew you would exactly know that guy. It was from Sedan, Kansas. I had never even heard of Sedan, Kansas. That was the rabbit hole of my afternoon yesterday.
Stop it. Home of the Red Devils, I think. I think they're the Red Devils, not the Blue Devils. They're the Red Devils, but now they've combined, I think, with Cedarville, the Bronx, and they've got a combined football team now. But no, Sedan, man, they had awesome baseball. Back in my baseball managerial days, lost to them in the state tournament. So, yeah, no, Sedan's Emmett Kelly, most famous clown of all time.
Probably, yeah, probably so. If you were a baseball manager, did you keep the same lineup or did you mess with it?
Depend if we were winning or not, if we were hitting or not. So, yeah, don't get me down that place because they got to get hot. They will get hot, but getting hot and digging out of a bin 9 under is not good.
Not good.
Anyway, no, yeah, I'd switch it around maybe.
Mitch, speaking of got to hit, this has got to be a draft the Chiefs have to hit on. You're drafted in the top 10 with Patrick Mahomes, your quarterback, and the AFC West is getting stronger as we speak every single year coming after who are the Chiefs who did not win it this last year. And this is a year where they're picking 9th overall, and it's time to get to work.
Yeah, I've said it to you guys before. It's worth repeating. You've got to somehow try to replicate the 2022 class, which in many ways empirically has been listed as the top draft class of all time, if not one of the top 3 or 5, and think of what they did. Now they've scattered, right? They're all over the league and miss those guys. But you've got to try to do something like that in this class with the 9 picks. Brett Veach is excited. He's ready to go. He's like refreshed and energized, and I think he's ready to move and shake. And it's honestly, when I went to the combine, it's harder to vet guys now. You've got to find guys that not only have the talent, but they're going to be the McDuffies, the Cooks, the guys that the Chanels that would make winning plays to win tough games and win tough playoff games. And you've got to find that kind of dexterity in who you pick in this draft, not just talent, but guys who love to play and will be there when it's the toughest.
Mitch, what is the talent level like overall from a Brett Veach perspective in this 2026 draft?
I think it's considered to be okay. Is there a Myles Garrett in this draft? Is there a Von Miller in this draft? Is there a Patrick Mahomes in this draft? Josh Allen in this draft? I think the answer would be no, but you can find Pro Bowl players in this draft. That class of 22 is good, and they want that can win. But you've got to – it may not be necessarily the household name. There's some – I guess deep would be – I'm giving you a cliche, but I'm not sure there's the superstars in this class outside of the top 6 or 7 or 8 or 9.
So when you look at those superstars, the Chiefs actually have a chance to get one of those said superstars. Do you have a, like, I don't know if it's like a wish list, but do you have like you're 9 years old, you're walking to the mall with your mom and you see the gift that you want for Christmas? What's that in the draft this year for Mitch Holtis?
You know, I never got that. Did you guys live that life?
Nah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Maybe next year, Dusty.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe next year, son. And, but, yeah, I've got a wish list, but it's going to be kind of across the board. The cool thing about this year at 9, and it's the cliche, let the board come to you. But honestly, tonight, I think that's what's going to happen. And there's a chance at a position of need that you're going to get a Pro Bowl, eventual Pro Bowl caliber starter at 9, regardless of what happens in the 7 picks ahead of you because it's really 7 because we know Mendoza's going to the Raiders, right? So what happens there? Where does Arvell Reese go? Where does Bailey go? Where does looking up and down the pike? Where does Downs go? But there could be a really good player that falls to you at 9.
You mentioned the super.
I think everything's in play. I think everything's in play other than trading up. Trading up doesn't. There's no Mahomes in this draft to trade up to.
Yeah, you mentioned like the top 6, 7, 8, 9, is where the kind of the guys are, the good players. And I was going to follow that up and say, do you see a trade up? But you're kind of hedging and say you probably don't. I'm kind of with you on this one, unless you can go up and get David Bailey, and that's the guy that you covet and the guy that you want. Go and get him. But I just feel like this is one of those drafts where everybody wants to try to trade down, and maybe we don't see any movement, Mitch.
Well, that's going to be the most intriguing part of tonight. And it'll really be interesting tomorrow because I think that's going to be the posture a lot of folks are in tomorrow. But and the edge rushers, let's just take edge rusher. And I like Bain. I think Bain's really good. But hear me out on this and don't misunderstand me. And if the Chiefs take Bain, I'll be excited. But it's not just Bain. I don't see Von Miller in Bain. You also have to decide what kind of edge rusher do you want, because to me it's very divergent in this class. Bailey is the smaller, quicker, faster Nick Bonito of the Broncos type guy. Bain is more of, you hope he could become a Myles Garrett, but he's more of a Spags defensive end. But you also have to decide how you're going to handle the new NFL. And to me, the new NFL is 2 things. On offense, teams are getting rid of the ball so fast. Look at our division. It's the way Jim Harbaugh is trying to train Herbert. Get rid of the ball fast. We're not going to throw it in 5- and 7-step drops. Even if we take shots, the shots will be from the numbers painted on the field to the sideline. So it's going to be a 2-step drop. Boom, we're just throwing it down there one-on-one. The rest of the plays are going to be underneath, quick throws, bubble screens, tunnel screens, these tricky new one-man check-down screens. And so that nullifies the Derek Thomas-type rusher. The ball's coming out so fast. You have to have quick pressure. Now, Reuben Bain's got some quickness, but it's also where the length comes into play, because right now, and we don't play fantasy football this way. I was going to put this on X, that we talk about sacks all the time because that's kind of how we play fantasy with defense. But passes defense or affecting the timing of those the quick game, or affecting the aerodynamics of the throw, or a pass just batted down like Chris Jones in Super Bowl 54 fourth quarter. That's what you have to have in your edge rushers now. So who gives you that? And again, if you don't take Bain at 9, he might be available later if you trade down. But there's other guys. It's not just Bain, and that's it in this draft. And that's where I think we can get some misconceptions. Because there's a bunch of guys. Zion Young of Mizzou now, there's a lot to like about him when you watch his tape. Again, if you want a smaller guy that becomes a specialty rusher, then the kid from Rockhurst, Cassius Howell, who was at Bowling Green and then went to Texas A&M. He kind of fits that mode. You got Mesidor, who's the other Miami kid, but he's like 29 years old. Even Akis of Illinois is kind of a guy that's somewhat intriguing. A guy that gets numbers you could get even later is the Dennis Sutton kid from Penn State. There's a bunch of guys here that you can take that could end up being a really effective possible Pro Bowl player if you don't take the edge rusher at 9.
Mitch, we know Mendoza is going to go to the Raiders. And you talk about like what the Chiefs are going to, look at maybe as a defensive edge piece. Mendoza, mobile. Herbert, mobile. Bo Nix, mobile.
Yep.
How important is a solid defensive edge for this team?
And so you've got to play the edge because teams are running the ball now too. That's the other part of the new NFL. Is the ball's coming out fast. We're running all this stuff I mentioned, but teams are also trying to hang on for 10-play drives, because what the defenses have done in this league for the most part, and this trend is now generally going to, we're going to make you go on 8 to 10 play drives. Like, okay, then that's what we'll do. So you must hold the edge. And I'm thinking about the Chargers, Broncos here, the Bills. Yes. So you've got to, when you're looking for an edge, it's not just let's go get a 12-sack guy. That 12-sack guy's got to be a hard time getting the 12 sacks. He's got to be able to do everything. And in Spags' defense, it'd be nice if you get an edge guy that can disrupt the pass, affect the aerodynamics of the throw, and move inside perhaps on passing downs. And that's why losing Leo Chanel kind of hurt a bit, because he could play outside on passing downs and be an edge guy, or you move Chris out there. We've seen that happen time and time again, Cincinnati Bengals AFC Championship game. So versatility, hold the edge, affect the aerodynamics of the throw, and you've got to be able to provide a quick rush within a second and a half. That's your prototype edge player now for the National Football League and the Chiefs in specific.
Well, we'll get to a break real quick. We'll be joined again with Mitch on the other side. So, Mitch, hang tight. We'll be right with you here on 96.5 The Fan. We continue with the voice of the Chiefs. Mitch holds us next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. Baseball being back, warm weather coming through. That lets me know that there's only one way to celebrate all of this, and that's with Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. I see them all out in your hands at the K. All the pictures I get. It's smooth, it's refreshing, and made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark and catching the game at home as well. Surfside is only 100 calories with 0 bubbles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside, proud partner of the Kansas City Royals. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
For over 35 years, we've been protecting homes across Kansas City, one roof at a time. That's more than 3 decades, more than 35,000 roofs installed, and 35,000 happy customers. We're proud to be voted best roofing company in Johnson County and all of Kansas City. At Century Roofing, we don't just build roofs, we build trust that lasts for generations. Experience matters, reputation counts, and we stand behind every roof we install. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
On
Odyssey Sports Draft coverage is presented nationally by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. And by Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in select states only.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and are you ready for the Stanley Cup playoffs? Well, hockey fans, BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is giving players another reason to lace up and hit the ice for the most exciting games of the season. Feel the rush of the goals, the checks, the faceoffs, and the breakaways with a Stanley Cup playoff odds boost token. All you have to do is take your shot at extra winnings, log in to your existing BetMGM account, where you'll receive your odds boost token. Then make any qualifying Stanley Cup playoff bet and activate your token. If your bet lights the lamp, you'll receive extra winnings. Log into BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, to get your odds boost token. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Kansas side, 435 eastbound at Metcalf with an accident blocking two right lanes. Solid delays back to 69 highway, and delays may build further. Heading on the east side, 70 westbound slows from Manchester Trafficway over past 31st Street with construction. Now an accident reporting. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
We're back, and we continue with the voice of the Kansas City Chiefs, Mitch Holtis, for about another 10 to 12 minutes here. Mitch, we appreciate the time. I know today is a very, very busy day. I have to ask you, with night one of the draft, obviously you don't pick the players, but man, you do all your due diligence, you do your research. When does it really get big tonight for you? When do you lock the F in?
7:18 a.m. on the morning thereof.
There you go.
I'm in. Let's go.
Locked
Just
in.
Don't burn out too soon. That's Coach he'd laugh and he'd go, "Don't burn out too soon." But I'm ready, man. I'm ready to. We've waited too long. No playoffs. Shoot. Let's go.
Yeah, and
it'll be a power and light tonight.
That should be a powerhouse thing for everybody inside the organization, though, and it should fear everybody outside the organization. The Chiefs actually had an offseason to kind of regroup, and look what they've done for the last 10 years without having a true offseason. Now that they've had a true offseason for the first time in a decade, everybody else ought to be shaking in their boots who is trying to write this organization off right now.
I truly sense it. Up and down the pike in the building, from coach to Veach to all the staffs. And what we added new guys with Chad O'Shea coming in, and the staff, and getting EB back. You can sense it, and people are fired up to get a good class in here and try to light this thing up. But Veach is the guy, man. He looks rested, like he got a nap or something.
Yeah.
He looks spring chicken. So we're ready to rock and roll.
Mitch, there was a lot of smoke around, the last month or so, I guess you could say, that the Chiefs could possibly take an offensive tackle or somebody to play right tackle. And a lot of people started to think maybe this is, planning ahead. Jalen Moore, obviously a free agent after this year, makes quite a bit of money to play right tackle. Why would they do that? Mahomes leaves the season last year with a significant knee injury. I've only seen Andy's face go white twice, and that was the kneecap in Denver, and then last year with the knee injury to Mahomes. Is there truth to that possibly that could be a position of pick in the 9th overall pick is like an offensive tackle to maybe sustain longevity at that position?
Well, I never say never, but I think that's a very slim chance. Now, it's why, though, the positioning to have 9, if you just stay put, 9, 29, 40 and 74. You got 4 of the top 75 picks. One of those 4 I would anticipate would be an offensive tackle. This is a right tackle convention, is what this looks like. Honestly, I don't see a true left tackle in this class. Maybe I'm wrong. The guy that has the most upside, and I was talking to Matt McMullen about this yesterday, and he mentioned it actually on our podcast a couple weeks ago, is Max Ahanichor of Arizona State, who may have the greatest ceiling, and he's just kind of started to play football, but it's not going to be a plug and play. But you've got some plug and play right tackles. Now, let's just back up on Jalen Moore. I like Jalen Moore a lot, but if you're saying plug and play right tackle, go get him 17 games, you're asking him to do something he's never done. In 5 years in the league, he's only got 18 starts, and he's 7-11 in those 18 starts. So to say, hey, he's just, go in there, Jawan Taylor, man, I got sick of all the penalties, just go get him, I think is very presumptuous. What I want in a tackle in this 26 class, get me a replication of Mitchell Schwartz. Give me somebody who's athletic enough, but smart and tough and durable, and you don't lose any sleep over it. And there are guys in this draft who I think fit that mold. You get a lot of discussion about the guys that let's go down the line. Blake Miller comes to mind. Super tough, smart. I love wrestlers. I want my offensive linemen to be high school wrestlers, and Creed Humphrey, right? And that's Blake Miller. Durable. His snap streak at Clemson was phenomenal. But there's others. Caleb Tiernan of Northwestern might be a little bit more of a project, but he's got a 6'7" frame to build into. Super smart, tough, also very enduring. That they're going to line up and play. They can play run, they can play pass, and so give me that guy. But you can get that guy at 40, and really could get that guy at 29 if you trade up. But we can get into wide receiver and corner here too, because I want you guys to ask me about this.
I do. My follow-up was going to be about the wide receivers.
I want an offensive tackle in this draft. I'm giving you a long answer, but give me a Mitchell Schwartz clone.
That would be outstanding if we could get that. Now, let's talk wide receiver. I mean, the Rashee Rice thing has been solved, but does he deserve a contract after this year? Where's Xavier Worthy in the future? Like, who's going to play wide receiver today behind those two guys? So where are you on the wide receiver position, Mitch?
This is where the league has changed on the other side. Mentioned the ball's coming out fast, right? And so you're speed rush. I'll get the corner in a second. We got to be way better there. But at wide receiver, the two prototype guys now in the new age of the NFL is Puka Nacua and Jackson Smith and Jigba. And those two guys ran 4.5. It wasn't, they're running 4.25 at the combine. But they caught everything. They make contested catches because teams are playing safeties back. They're saying, we're going to give you the 8-yard route, but we're going to smash you, and we're going to jar the ball loose. Or it's going to be a tight window catch where we know Pat can make those throws, but now I got to make the tough catch every time. And I might break a tackle at 8 yards and turn it into 18. The new 25 to 30-yard plays, if they're not a fade to the boundary, they're not jet, chip, wasp. They're catch, yards after catch plays, like a Puka Nacua makes in his sleep or a Jackson Smith and Jigba makes. So when I look at this wide receiver class, I may look at it a little bit differently. People have fallen in love with Jordan Tyson. Yeah, he was great in 24 in making contested catches. That then he went through the injury situation. If we take him, I'm okay with it. But you've got to prove to me that you can make the 8 to 12 to 15-yard catch and get hit and either break off the head and make extra yards or just make the catch first down, stay on the field. Mekhi Lemon, to me, I love him. Now, don't think he'll be there. He's 4.5-ish. He reminds me of Jackson Smith and Jigba type. There's a guy, I don't know if you saw Schrager's mock draft, that actually Matt McMullen had this same thought a couple weeks ago, and I agreed with it. Because Schrager's mock yesterday was the best I've ever seen for the Chiefs. Trade down from 9 to 12 with the Cowboys, move up from 29 to 20. You still get Bain at 12, but you're going to get an extra pick, and then you move up to 20, and you get Omar Cooper Jr., who from Indiana, who reminds me a little bit of a Jackson Smith and Jigba or Makai Lemon. Now, where's Carnell Tate fit into this? More of a longer strider, run a deeper post kind of guy. Yes, we need a wide receiver, but if we don't take a wide receiver at 9, don't flip out, because there's other wide receivers in this class other than Jordan Tyson or Makai Lemon or Carnell Tate. That it just doesn't stop there.
We look at go back to what you said about we got to be better, and I know you said you were talking corners, but it's more so secondary. Obviously, you lose your 2 starting corners and a starting safety in free agency this year. What does the name Caleb Downs say to you if he falls to 9?
Oh my gosh, I will get a bungee cord, or I'll rappel down the side of the H&R Block building by Power and Light.
Stay focused.
I will get a drone or a jetpack and fly over the city. If Caleb Downs falls to the Chiefs at 9, here's why. Don't be tricked by the S by his name. I think he's the best slot corner in this draft. I think he's Trent McDuffie potentially recreated. He is so good in the slot. He tackles. He's wicked smart. He'll run your defense.
Mm-hmm.
He can play the pass. But if he falls to 9, grab him, take him, and run and go.
What do you mean if he falls to number 9? Do you think he may get drafted higher than number 9? Because if he's there at number 9, I'm with you. I'm taking Caleb Downs. He's arguably the best player in that draft.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion of that, and I kind of feel that way or close to that. Somebody ahead of maybe where they're anticipated being taken. I don't know what Arizona will do at 3. That to me is like the wild card. I don't know. What are they going to do? They need everything. They could do everything. Jeremiah Love becomes a tease for the Titans. Want him at 4. Giants would probably take him at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Arvell Reese is in there. He's going to go off the board. So you follow my drift. And there's 7 picks ahead of us. Is there a run early that affects things? And there's a chance then Downs could fall to you. But even if he doesn't, I like the LSU corner. When you look at Mansour Delane, I see a Spags corner here. And people go, well, you don't take a corner that high. You don't take a safety that high if it's Downs. Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do, especially in this day and age of the NFL.
Right.
You got to get teams off the field. We were last in the league last year, you guys, in allowing scoring drives and the duration of time it took to get that score.
Mm-hmm.
It truncated what we had offensively. And we lost games at the key point because we got to get off the field. We got to make plays. That includes the DBs. And so jar the ball loose. I told you before, give me a Seahawk-looking defensive secondary.
If Caleb Downs and Ruben Bain are both there at 9, who's Mitch taking?
Jordan Tyson. No, I'm teasing. Caleb Downs.
Okay.
Because I'll get something that's not Ruben Bain, but won't be far from Ruben Bain. I can't find Caleb Downs later in a pick, but I could trade up to the upper 20s and get Kendrick Folk from Auburn, and you might like him too.
Mitch, real quickly, what if Carnell Tate and Caleb Downs are there? Who do you take?
We could sit and do this all day.
Yes.
Caleb Downs.
Okay. I mean, it's jetpack worthy, so I figured that's where you were going.
I'd be excited, too, if they took Caleb Downs, Mitch.
He'll run your defense.
Yep.
And not a safety, he's in everything.
And you missed it last year when you let Justin Reed go. I know they missed him dearly inside that building.
Yeah, he's a Justin Reed kind of guy. He's a Trent McDuffie kind of guy. You get a little of both.
Nice.
And we didn't mention Styles.
Yeah.
Where does Styles go? He might run off the board ahead of Downs. He's kind of a safety linebacker clone, or a hybrid, I should say. So he might be one that gives you Downs to push down there. But if it's Delane, people ought to like that too. Because now, Pat Surtain went at 9 to the Broncos. You can take a corner at 9 and feel okay about it. And there's other edge rushers. Do a little deeper dive in it. If we get Bain, great, let's go. But if we don't, it's not the end of the earth.
All right, Mitch. Well, hey, stay safe down there tonight at Power and Light. When you get time, we appreciate it, Mitch. Stay focused tonight.
Yeah, hang on a second. Is the jetpack ready?
Get to. Take care, brother.
See you guys.
See ya. There's Mitch Holtis, and now it's Mac Morey with one word.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of three, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
That's right. It's one word. It's brought to you by Maloney's, The Sand Trap, and The Landing. 3 great local spots, delicious food tonight.
Yeah, you can smash anything over at the Landing while watching the draft. $8 cheeseburgers and fries. You got happy hour leading right into the draft, 3 to 7. So get there a little early over there at the Landing, and live music on the outdoor patio Thursday nights from 7 to 10, so you can celebrate that 9th overall pick and go listen to some tunes on the patio with your cheeseburger.
Is a cheeseburger a first-round pick in bar food?
Depending on the bar, depending on the burger, depending on there's a lot of options there, man. I mean,
I'm going to go hot take no.
I'm going to say no, too. I think wings are probably, pretzel is delicious as well.
Smash. All right, let's get to it, guys. NFL draft tonight. One word, Chiefs pick at 9 and 29.
So what are we looking at? One word for the Chiefs, the draft overall?
The NFL draft tonight.
The NFL draft tonight, future. Every team is excited. They're going to tell you they got the best player available. They got the guy exactly who they wanted, all that kind of stuff. But it's the future of the league right now. Every team is going to put together their best efforts to get better on paper, and I always like this night. I like seeing the family reaction. I like seeing all that kind of stuff. You know, all these kids work so hard. All these families put in a lot of time. So it's kind of it's the future. It's here. It's time. It's ready to go.
My one word is finally. It's here. No more rumors. No more smoke. No more get this guy's arms are short. No more of that. It's here.
That'll start tomorrow for next year.
Oh yeah, get ready. Hey, Dustman, I don't know. All right, how about this? Bill Simmons says, not much future for the Chiefs. My guy, I was listening to him yesterday. I just had to have a laugh. I had to tell you guys. He says, quote, I think the Chiefs are done. One word on Bill Simmons.
Stupid.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm going to say bias. Because he's
For sure.
a Bostonian.
He ought to keep, all these Boston people better dummy up. I'll just say that right now. Because I keep reading stuff this morning and people are going, it's just the beginning.
Ooh, boy.
I love it. Bring it would be my word.
Would
Let's
be
go.
another great scandal for the Patriots.
Deflategate, Spygate, Robert Kraft Massagegate,
Right, Rossini-gate.
Mike Vrabel Adulterygate, all this Instigate.
I mean, have we ever seen a coach in this position before in the NFL, guys?
No, we
They
haven't.
always talk about the shield and protecting the shield. And they suspend players for embarrassing the league. You had a coach getting comfortable with an insider.
Big dust.
Like, does that not embarrass the shield?
Yeah, if
I don't know.
if you missed it, Mike Vrabel, or was announced at like midnight last night,
Yeah.
super weird by Pelissero and all those other insiders. Mike Vrabel will be missing draft day number 3, so I guess that's Saturday. He will not be in the draft room for the Patriots because of a counseling session. He's
Right.
getting counseling over
Good.
all this.
Sure.
One word on Mike Vrabel, missing draft day number 3.
Hard eye roll is the word that I'll use on that. The counseling stuff. Oh, we're going to go to counseling, and everybody will think it's going to go away. This is how you try to make something go away by sending somebody to counseling. And is it really a punishment? Like, who the hell wants to be there for day 3 of the draft? Rounds 4 through 7? He don't know anybody getting selected. That's a break for him.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it works. You know, so solitude. I don't know what the one word, but like hopeful, I guess. I mean, the guy screwed up. Takes a man and a person to admit they messed up, and takes somebody to admit they're going to counseling. Now it's random. That's the Saturday of the NFL draft.
Yes.
I mean, that's the only Saturday, right? That's what Carrington's tweet was.
Well, next week's mini camp, you can't miss that.
Of course. Yeah.
Rookie mini camp.
Well,
can't miss
and
that.
players are mandatory to be there, so
Yeah.
lead by example.
How about this? George Pickens.
After we've tried to cover this whole thing up, now we're going to admit to it, and
George Pickens and Cowboys, according to Adam Schefter, quote, they're nowhere with George Pickens right now.
Shocker.
Nowhere with Pickens. One word.
Parsons,
Call
Prescott,
for the chorus.
Lamb, yeah.
Pickens, next guy that's a stud. You'll be in the same predicament.
Yeah. The one word is Jerry.
Yeah.
You know?
Hello, America.
Did you see him fall off the stage yesterday going after Bill Clinton? My God.
Fanboyed.
He did. That was a fanboy moment for Jerry Jones. He went running off that stage, or shuffling, at his age,
of course,
and almost fell off the back of that thing to meet the president, or see the president. I'm sure he's met him before.
Stuck president.
Yeah, Jerry seeing Bill Clinton or Jerry at the BMA. Who felt better?
Right. Who felt better? I would say he fell at the press conference. That's a better fall. The president was there.
Let me ask you something, Bill. Do you still have the saxophone? And I got to follow up about the cigar. Yes, Jerry is. What is?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Oh, okay. I did not have relations with that woman, Miss Rossini.
What about Linda Tripp?
Oh, yeah. Where's she at these days?
I think she's gone.
This came out yesterday, a little surprising for me. Alabama and Kalen DeBoer, he's receiving a 7-year extension, $12.5 million salary. One word.
Stunned. Stunned. I know that, like, a lot of these schools, man, are throwing all this money. It's going to run out soon. I was talking to a couple people yesterday, one on the athletic side and one on the donor side of things. And they're all like, I got a buddy of mine who's older and his friends give money, right? And he goes, I don't know that they're going to keep doing this. So, I mean, this is surprising. Get it while you can. If you're DeBoer, who people were talking about firing during the season, and now they gave him a 7-year extension. Not a 1-year extension, folks. 7. This guy never got to work a day in his life again.
I think my one word would be Sarkisian, right? Like the Texas coach, he's next.
Mm-hmm.
He's either fired or going to get an extension.
Massive extension.
Because he's got a huge year coming up this year with everything that they're supposed to be promising. The SEC, the college football world, the number 1 overall pick, the Heisman Trophy winner favorite again.
Yeah, you got to make the playoff at least.
You got to do it, man.
Yep.
Sark.
That's what DeBoer did.
Yep.
Went 9-4, 11-4 this year, and they won the first round of the college football playoffs.
So still rocking those pants?
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on.
Golly.
The Royals still rocking losing games. 8-6 was the score yesterday, but a valiant effort. Runs were scored. Michael Garcia, elbow. I don't know how long he'll be out of the lineup. I don't know the exact injury, but one word there on the Royals and the Michael Garcia injury.
That's sad. Yeah. We got to wait to see how it all plays out and where it is. But I mean, if he's missing time, I mean, when's training camp start at this point?
Yeah, it's concerning because he became one of my favorite players over the weekend in New York.
He's fantastic.
For multiple reasons. Great guy, great future, stud. And I will say this, it's elbow soreness is what it was announced as yesterday. And the only thing that makes me believe is that it's Tommy John.
Tommy John.
And if that's what I'm saying, man, like I'm worried about it. Like it's not as catastrophic for a pitcher, but it's season ending. He's got to make that throw from third to first.
Yeah, you can't. You got to have that.
And not only that, it takes away a Gold Glove third baseman. It also takes away your leadoff hitter, which now, whether you like it or not, Bobby will be your leadoff hitter moving forward. The big question is, who's hitting second? Right? Is it Carter?
Never heard of him.
Thanks, Boomer. That is one word brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. 3 great local spots that have delicious food, cold drinks, all the TVs to watch all the draft coverage, plus patio spots at all 3 locations at Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing with this spring weather you're having. Live music tonight at the Landing, you said, Mac? Is that right? Plus, it's $8 cheeseburger and fries there. And you can also get
You can't even buy a pound of ground beef for $8, man. Let's go. That's a hell of a deal.
You know Maloney's rocked up and thick. Had Mitch on. Coming up next, we'll get into Smash or Pass, so we'll play the sounder on the other side. You listen to that, you got a chance to win a $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu. Smash or Pass, KC's best steaks. Now, with 2 locations, 95th and Knoll and 135th and Metcalf, that is Booth Creek Wagyu. We do Smash or Pass next here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Smash. Fescoe and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed. Well, that dog.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are saying, hey, it's time to call us and get your yard looking like Fescoe's yard, which is the best on the block. I get the old guys all the time out there looking at my yard going, hey,
what are you doing out there? I said, well, I called the professionals over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and they handled everything. And they're like, but there's no weeds, there's no dandelions, there's no dead spots, there's no brown spots. It's all green, lush grass. What did you do? I said, I called the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and I let them handle everything because for years I couldn't do it. And so if you can't do something, hire the best. And that's why we hired Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. The college-educated professionals study that soil. They study the weather. They know exactly how to grow grass here in Kansas City, and it shows. They offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. And right now, you're going to get a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So if you're looking for that perfect yard, if you're looking for that mosquito dome that we have, if you're looking for the mulch that we just had put down, you need to call my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. Visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Whether you're looking for a Bronco, an Explorer, an F-150, or even a commercial vehicle, Robside Ford has the selection.
That's right, Kevin. We've got it all. And we've got the lowest prices in Kansas City. No gimmicks, just great deals on every new Ford.
And it's not just inventory, it's how you do business. Robside Ford makes it very simple.
We do it different on purpose. Non-commissioned sales team, upfront transparent pricing, top dollar trade-in values, and a process that's actually easy.
You've even got the reputation to back it up, Bobby. Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, 3,000 reviews. Wow.
And this year, we're proud to be voted Best Car Dealership in KC by Kansas City Magazine.
So if you're ready for a better car buying experience,
come see us at 135th and State Line or check us out at robsight.com.
From Broncos to F-150s to work trucks, Robside Ford has what you need.
If you want simple and easy, you're not going to find a better spot.
Robside Ford. Buy right. Drive happy.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM using bonus code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and you could receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Get into hockey, basketball, and more of your favorite sports with same-game parlays, live betting, and more. BetMGM.
Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Michigan, Mississippi, New Jersey, New York, Nevada, Ontario, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or West Virginia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where fine jewelry is always crafted with care no matter the price. Mother's Day, birthdays and graduations, weddings and anniversaries, the new job you got, and even the one you didn't. Give a birthstone necklace, a heart-shaped locket made in Italy, or high-quality diamond studs you can trade up every year. At Shane Company, we have something for everyone, because a friend wants you to win the gifting game. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army's Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Kansas side, 435 eastbound, starts to slow around Quivira, then it bogs down at 69 Highway and stays very heavy out past Antioch. Your earlier accident at Metcalf is off to the shoulder, but there's accidents in the backup that's building and maintaining those slowdowns. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
You want to hear this drop?
Hey, what yo up, man?
Because it's draft day, baby. So when you hear that in the next, 5 minutes or so, if my voice holds up, we're struggling today, boys. You got a chance, $50 gift card to Booth Creek Wagyu. All you got to do is call the number 913-586-7965. Real simple task. 1, you got to tell Mac he's awesome.
Mac's awesome.
2, you got to say, hey, man, who you picking with the 9th overall pick, Mac? And 3, you got to tell Mac what his 1 minute was on yesterday on the Fan965 Instagram page. Mac, I really think you're awesome. Mac, I think the Chiefs should take blank at the 9th pick.
Yep.
And 3, Mac, yesterday's 1 minute that you did on fill in the blank was great. And you got $50 to Boot Creek.
Mac's awesome.
Because, of course,
That easy.
you've got 2 locations, 135th and Metcalf and 95th, and all is KC's best steaks now with those 2 locations. To the text line, Ben Maller in 10 minutes. It is a pretty big day here on the show, so it's all things draft. Smash or pass, guys. Draft Day, the movie with one of the best actors.
1,000,000% pass. We'll never watch that movie in my entire life. They can go F off, yeah. Call Spectre, call Josh. They totally screwed us at the Super Bowl. Said Kansas City wasn't a big enough market to come on and promote their movie. So up yours. I will never watch your movie.
That's crazy.
This was before
nuts.
Mahomes. Imagine Mahomes was playing. A couple of years later, they'd have been all over us. But, hey, man, if you don't like us when we're 8-17, you ain't going to like us when we're on top, right? So draft day, pee up a rope, too. Get bent.
I will smash this as a fun sports movie and pass this as an actual film.
Yeah.
This is a bad film. It's a fun movie if you know what you're
Costner's
getting
in it,
into.
though.
Yeah, sure.
They were
Costner,
filming it at the 2013 draft. I was there for that. I remember them filming it on the red carpet. And I was like, oh, I'll go watch it. And then we got to the Super Bowl that following year. And like, Kansas City just isn't big enough for us.
Wow.
Up yours.
That's some BS. Yeah, would you be mad if you traded the 6th overall pick? Let's say the Chiefs had the 6th overall pick. Would you be mad if they traded that for 3 second-round picks?
Yes.
Yeah. But this year's draft, sure.
That's one of the trades.
Sure. I was just reading a sarcastic tweet that said, man, somebody's willing to go to counseling to miss day 3 of this draft. That's how bad it is.
That's so good.
I think I would smash it. I've never seen the movie, and I don't know if I ever will.
It's fun. Is it good? No.
No, but you know what
fun.
you're getting yourself into. It's
Yes.
Kevin Costner as a GM of the Browns.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it might as well be. I mean, better than who they have.
right.
I think, what's his name? P. Diddy's in it, which is random.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep, it's just random. Just has
That's
like a
not
random scene. You're like, oh, that didn't age well.
Pass.
Yeah, yeah, very big pass.
So, same kind of movie, different sport. Smash or pass Moneyball.
I'm not going to do either or. I've seen it one time and read the book, and that was it. And that was enough for me. So I guess that's a smash. But, I mean, I haven't watched it since it came out in the early 2000s.
Billy Bean.
I'll tell you what.
We're in baseball, though. I mean, how many idiot baseball owners watch that movie? Like, well, that's the way we should do things. Like, you're stealing from a movie.
Well, the movie, yeah. The movie.
Well, it's based on a real story.
Based on a team that never won a damn thing either. And
what did the Red Sox do that adopted that, though?
The Red Sox actually put money in, invested, and got good players and that kind of stuff. But I mean, no, I'm not. I wouldn't put the Red Sox in that Billy Bean style of baseball, though. They spend money. Billy Bean style of baseball is try to do it on the cheap.
I would disagree, but it is. That's not the smash or pass the Moneyball. Best sports movie in my opinion that I've seen. It's my favorite sports movie. It's a movie that I will watch at any point. It's like that. What do I got? I got 2 hours. I got nothing going on. Kind of putting on Moneyball. It's my comfortable watch.
Is it really? That's
it's my
cool.
comfort
Okay.
watch. I love it. I think him and Philip Seymour Hoffman have a fantastic scene in that movie.
R.I.P.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace. But yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, it's and Jonah Hill's great in it.
Very, very good.
Yeah,
very good at playing the
I'm gonna go
awkward.
with this guy who said, "Who me?
Yeah,
You want me to be
when-
on your
when I
staff?"
point at you.
Yes, I'm pointing at you. I also say Billy Bean. Boy, did he have say over who played him as a character?
Boy,
did he?
I don't know.
Of course, it's Brad Pitt.
It's Brad Pitt.
Have
I
you
mean,
seen what Billy Bean looks like? It ain't that.
It does not look like
Who
Brad
you
Pitt.
want to play you?
yeah. I've always thought.
Well,
yeah.
How about Brad Pitt?
Pitt.
Okay, you got any other? But no. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's Legends of the Fall.
I'd have Brad Pitt play me. I'd have no problem
Oh,
with that.
absolutely. That sounds good to me.
Well, you
I
have
think
that
we look
referee-
alike.
You have that referee in the NBA that looks similar to you.
I do.
Yeah, somebody tweeted at us. I was like, "That is Bob."
Who is it?
A good-looking guy. Not
it?
bad.
I missed this tweet. Oh, I want to see this.
No, you got it. It was somebody tagged us in it, and they're like,
Okay.
"Is this not Bob's clone?" It was a guy looking at the replay, and it looked almost identical.
Oh,
to
I got to
Bob
see
Fescoe.
that. I got to see
funny.
it. Yeah.
Smash or pass. Ruben Bain at 9. Mitch, maybe not smashing on that pick, but he's smashing Caleb.
He's
Downs.
smashing Caleb Downs more than I am. My
He
God.
loves Caleb Downs.
That's the pick. If he's there at 9, they're clearly taking Caleb Downs. But I would smash Ruben Bain at 9.
Yeah, I would smash Ruben Bain at 9. Sorry, I'm trying to get that quote because I've got a cut of what he said. If Dusty.
Yeah, I got Binkley up here. Hold on.
What? He talked.
Caleb Downs today, guys. That's their dude.
Okay.
I'd be okay with that.
I would be too. Yeah.
Smash or pass night 2 of the NFL draft.
Night 2 tomorrow. Baseball's
Chapter-
back on. You know, we got a
100%.
game.
Yeah, I think I'll be at the game, and I'll just be kind of tuned out on that. Yeah.
Such an opposite feeling. Night 1, you're like, let's go. I'm ready. Welcome to night 2 of the NFL draft.
Yeah, well, nobody. I mean, it is. Nobody knows anybody. You know, it's just like whatever.
Especially in this draft.
Yeah, especially in this one.
I'm going to go quick here. Smash or pass the last few 9th overall picks. Kelvin Banks Jr.
Just pass.
Pass. Yeah.
Roma Dunze.
Smash.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter.
Smash.
Charles Cross.
Pass?
Yeah,
Yeah, is that an
yes.
alignment?
Yeah.
He's a Seahawks player. Pat Surtain II.
I think I'll take him.
Yeah, I think he's okay. C.J. Henderson.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too.
Ed Oliver.
Smash. Ed Oliver, again, feels like a Dodge dealership. Ed Oliver Dodge.
John Ross.
Pass.
John Rothstein.
Yeah.
Pass.
Leonard Floyd.
Smash.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. I think it's too old. Then you're gonna
Some
like,
good players.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, we did this.
Back
we
in
did this.
'82, they got this guy at number 9.
Yeah, of
Come
course.
on.
We did that 9th overall pick. Like, what was it? Like 2 months ago. Like it was going to be a defensive player.
Yep, that's what
Mitch is talking about. Caleb Downs.
Pat Surtain. That would be the comp there for pick 9. I like that.
I heard Mitch talk about Caleb Downs, and I immediately turned into
Hey, well, yo, man.
caller number 5. Tell Mac he's awesome.
How could you not?
Tell him that you got a pick at 9 for the Chiefs, and you got to tell him what his max minute was on, and when it was over. I'm not going to make it. I can already tell you it's going. It's going.
Okay, we're fading. We're fading.
About Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes is here.
What you think about Patrick Mahomes? 2-1, you're an idiot. That is Smash or Pass, probably by Booth Creek Wagyu. Casey's Best Steaks now in 2 locations, 95th and Nolan, 135th and Metcalf. Also, Shawnee Mission Ford on a mission to do more. Online at Shawnee Mission Ford. Coming up next, my voice gets a rest, and you hear Ben Maller here on 96.5 The Fan. You're over Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, my friends at QC Kinetics want you to feel awesome. I want you to feel awesome, and your friends and family want you to feel awesome as well. So if you're dealing with joint pain in your knees, your elbow, your back, your hips, anywhere, it is time to see my friends at QC Kinetics because we all want you out of the chair and out doing what you love doing. Golf, tennis, hanging out with the family, hanging out with your kids, hanging out with the grandkids, and everybody wants you back and ready to roll. And at QC Kinetics, they specialize in regenerative treatments to get you back in the game without surgery or those endless recovery months. If you're leaning on daily meds just to get through a shift at work, you're the folks that QC Kinetics is looking for, and the folks they help every single day. And the best part about QC Kinetics is all of the treatment done right in the office with no downtime. You get your treatment and you go right on with your day. It is that easy. You got to start now with that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Located off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299. It's QC Kinetics.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from changing seasons to unpredictable road conditions, having solid auto insurance gives you real peace of mind. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers dependable protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that's always there for you. And when you bundle policies or insure multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
At Busey, banking is about more than numbers. It's about relationships. For over 150 years, we've been helping individuals, families, and businesses reach their goals with personalized service and local decision-making. Whether you're opening your first account or planning your next big move, we're here with the tools and support to help you move forward with confidence. Busey Bank, your partner for life's moments, both big and small. Member FDIC.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here for Renner Garage Door, America's oldest family-owned garage door company, serving both wholesale and retail markets. Free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door.
RENNER. Royals coverage brought to you by Metal by the Foot, your metal project superstore.
At Metal by the Foot, we pride ourselves on delivering the highest quality metal to meet your exact needs. Located in Casey and Topeka, online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side, 470 southbound at Douglas with an accident blocking 2 lanes. Heavy delays from before Colburn and Building. Kansas side, 435 eastbound, still slow from 69 highway to Antioch. Allen Carr, 96 The Fan, traffic.
The Fan's Draft Party is Thursday, April 23rd, live from the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill starting at 6 o'clock. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station.
It is time to talk to our guy, Ben Maller of Fox Sports Radio. Of course, you can catch him overnights right here on 96.5 The Fan. And, Ben, we have finally made it. It is NFL Draft Day. And instead of talking about who the Raiders are going to take at number one, what is your all-time favorite draft moment?
Well, if you go recently, and I guess it's been a few years now, Laramie Tunsil, the gas mask story that broke during the NFL draft and how people were like losing their mind, the offensive lineman, that those photos popped up and he was supposed to be like this top. He was still drafted high, but he was supposed to be drafted higher. That was great. I absolutely I still chuckle at the Minnesota Vikings missing their pick. Mike Tice was the coach and they screwed that up. Like, how do you mess that up? You didn't get your pick in time. That was great. Those are a couple of my favorite moments in the draft, and that's really what I tune in for, guys. I mean, that's what I'm there for. Like, the NFL's polished this. It's very professional. It's choreographed. It's all planned out. Everything is supposed to be perfect for the NFL, and I'm there for the chaos. I'm there for the moments that it goes completely sideways. Like George Pickens. This didn't really go sideways, but when he was staring at the TV, and that's still a legend on the internet. And how about when Bill Belichick, remember Belichick's dog when he was coaching the Patriots? They tried to show Belichick at his place on the island out there, and he has dog Nike or whatever it was. Those are all wonderful moments. I love them.
Yeah, they really are. Also, Goodell doing the draft from his basement, I think, is always one of the all-timers. Yeah. And you know, one of those moments of, wow, we actually were alive during these times and got to see something like this was Roger Goodell out there. I always like the guy who's dropping on the board. They keep showing him on TV, whether it's I guess not Baker Mayfield, but Johnny Manziel or whoever the case may be, Aaron Rodgers, always showing these guys falling down the board. Who's going to be that guy tonight?
Yeah, so you're looking at, you always go for like the quarterback and, you know, who's it going to be? And obviously there's different, reading the mock drafts, like Ty Simpson, the kid from Alabama who's getting a lot of hype on TV because he's got buddies at his agency. I guess he would be the guy, because some of the mock drafts I've read, and boy, this is really good reading, by the way, guys. I'm sure you've read the same things I've read, have him going in the first round. Others are like, no, he's a second round pick, or he might even fall further than that. So like, that's the guy that I circled, because he's a guy that we've heard of. And remember, was it last year, Shadur Sanders? Remember the phony phone call thing where he had that big party? That was a great moment, too, in the draft. But this year, I'm going to go Ty Simpson of Alabama. And also, keep an eye, like Jeremy Love, I've seen reports he's going to go as high as number 3, but he's a running back. So I'm like, is that really going to happen? Is this all a smokescreen? So like, he looks great in the tapes, on the tapes, the videos on YouTube and all that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Ben, you look at a lot of these guys that get drafted tonight and think about where their future is going to go. And I really am kind of interested to see where Mendoza is going to be in his career, because I think a lot of people are like giving him zero chance to be successful. What's he got to do to be successful?
Well, not suck like every other player the Raiders have drafted for like the better part of 20 years. I'm not betting on Mendoza. I never saw Indiana play a lot of big games, Dusty, and I didn't see anything there that indicated this guy is going to be a great NFL. But I think the ceiling for him would be an average NFL quarterback. I just don't think he's got elite talent. And I think the reason the Raiders are drafting him is because he is rated by some the top quarterback. He won all the awards at Indiana and all that stuff. And so we have to draft the quarterback. The Raiders, they tanked last year to get a quarterback. And I saw a stat. I don't think I used this on the overnight show, so I'll just use it here. Why not? If you look at the stat, yards per pass attempt, and you go back and you look at the quarterbacks who have similar numbers to Mendoza, and he was 15th, the 15th quarterback in the BCS era to throw for 40 or more touchdowns and 6 interceptions. But if you look at the yards per attempt, similar quarterbacks, I know I'm giving a lot of information, but the similar quarterbacks to Mendoza are Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, Geno Smith, Case Keenum, and somebody named Omar Jacobs. Those guys have not done very well collectively in the NFL. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't see a lot. That number is not great. So I'm not real optimistic. But to answer your question, obviously just be middle of the road. The Raiders haven't had a middle of the road quarterback that was that good for a while. I guess Derek Carr kind of, but he choked in every big game.
Yeah. So
who's Omar Jacobs?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just saw that stat. I was like, these are the guys that are. They always give the comps like this. This is the similar guy, and I read that. I was like, okay. And those guys collectively, Caleb Williams. I know Justin Fields is with your Chiefs now. Geno Smith, who's bounced all over the place. Case Keenum, Omar Jacobs. They collectively in the NFL are 100. They have 104 wins, 147 losses. I know that's a weird stat because it's not really just a quarterback stat. They have a losing record, though, by a wide margin in the NFL.
Interesting. Yeah, Omar Jacobs went to Bowling Green and was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. So put that on your bingo card if you had them. So this is – how many trades do you think will happen tonight? Do you think there'll be a ton of trades, or do you think this is going to be like another boring draft where Mel Kiper's just stiff in his mom's basement?
No, I'm there for the trades. I'm there for the funny moments, Dusty, and I want to see – the trade tentatively announced A.J. Brown going to the Patriots. I would like to see the Rams trade for a backup quarterback. It sounds like they're going to do something tonight in the draft, and always the surprise. Like, who's the big surprise player that ends up getting traded? You've got some teams that have multiple first-round picks tonight. So if you got a couple of first-round picks, I know the Rams already made the trade with the Chiefs, for example. So the Chiefs have a couple of first-round picks. Are they going to make a trade? That's what I'm there for, because those are the guys we know. Like, those are the guys we're in on. Can I tell you a lot about some offensive linemen from Miami? Probably not. But if you played in the NFL, you're a wide receiver or a defensive back, I probably know who we are a little bit. So that's what I'm in on. And really, for me, the draft is about the trades, the funny moments, and just about like the top 10 or 15
And
picks.
Will Levis's girlfriend.
Well, yeah. Well, the girlfriends. Are we going to get a lot of the hot girlfriends?
I hope so. That's all I look forward to, Ben.
Well, I was going to ask you guys, who do you think has the girlfriend now who in 2 years will not be part of the picture, much like Russell Wilson's wife was when he was drafted, and then quickly dismissed? Same thing, Will Levis. Well, I think she probably left him. Which girlfriend will we meet tonight that will not be part of the picture going forward?
Well, if Jeremiah Love is drafted in the top 5 and turns out to be as good as some of these draft guys, I'm going to go Jeremiah Love. I don't even know if he has a girlfriend or whatever. I don't know his situation. Because I don't think Mendoza does. So I'm going to go Jeremiah Love. That's my guy, running back.
Ty Simpson screams the girl that's like in it right now because she read Mel Kiper's report or she listened to Dan Orlovsky and was like, "You're right. They don't know about you, do they? You're a sleeper pick." And then she's going to be sleeping with someone else in 2 days because he's going to go in the third round about pick 25.
Yeah, she'll be like, I'm out of here. And then there's always like, who's the guy from Colorado that's in Jacksonville now? And he's like,
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah. Like that went the other way. Like he's fully in on that. But yeah, that'll be a fun part of this. And then, of course, at some point, Mel Kiper is golden. He's done this for so long. He is going to say something that will go viral for all the wrong reasons, which will give us great content on our next shows.
That's exactly right. Which is what we look for, right? So we're hoping Mel Kiper says something. Jay Glazer's been teasing a major move that could potentially happen tonight in the NFL draft. You work at Fox Sports. I'm sure he's given you that information, Ben. So disseminate what Jay Glazer is thinking for us. Thank you.
Yeah. So he's actually doing a show for us tonight. He comes in, he does one show a year. How great is this? Jay comes in, does an NFL draft show with like a former GM, and they bring all these guys in, and some offensive lineman's going to be I don't know. Jay should text me. I have his number. I should text him. You think if I text him, he'd actually write back? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
No chance. I actually knew him when I did my website. He was a good guy back in those days. But yeah, I mean, listen, this vague tease. Of course, there's going to be trades. Like I could have said that 2 months ago. There's going to be trades. That happens almost every NFL draft. There's at least 1 or 2 trades that happen. Like the key is, do we actually know who these people are? Because that's the other thing about the draft. And I don't know if you guys are like me. Like I know I'm cynical and all that. The thing that drives me nuts watching the draft, one of the things, it's my pet. I realize it's a me problem. Like once you get past around pick 10 or so, like you don't know who any of these guys are. And they always have the crowd reaction shots, and everyone goes crazy with every pick. They're like, oh, this is they don't even know who these people are. Nobody knows who these people are. And the crowd reaction shots are just next level. Like, we drafted somebody. All right. But who is it? I don't know. Great.
All right. So speaking of drafts, if you had the first pick of fast food chains, what would be your number one pick?
So I am loyal to the chicken figure, and I have Raising Cane's at the top of my big board.
Yeah.
By I think that's a number one pick. That's a generational pick, because this was my idea, Dusty, when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, we had like just your normal McDonald's and places like that. I told my mom, I said, I'm going to open a fast food restaurant just for chicken fingers. And my mom said, no, come on. That's kids' food. But
And you got to get their coleslaw. Their coleslaw is good.
Yeah, the Texas toast, the whole thing.
It's insane.
What about you? What's your number one?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
Don't shame me. Everyone listening to this knows that it's the number one meal past 9 o'clock. There's not a bad thing on the menu. Anybody can eat it. And if you had one in your basement, Devontae Adams, you would be a superstar.
We need to talk, Dusty. We got to have that.
Have you never had a crunch wrap at midnight?
No, I understand, but that's like the Fernando Mendoza pick. Taco Bell is the top pick.
Fernando Mendoza would be like Whataburger.
Oh, please.
That's an insult to Fernando Mendoza, man.
Because people
don't
tell
do
you
that to him. Whataburger sucks.
No, exactly. People tell you that it's good, but in reality, it's just Kirk Cousins. It's just Sonic.
It just,
we can do this all day, Ben.
What fast food will Vrabel have at counseling this weekend, Ben?
Diana's Diner.
He'll have a catered meal is what he's gonna have. I'm sure that'll be great. He'll be watching movies at counseling. I'm sure it'll go.
You think he slept with more women than Ric Flair?
Oh man, the Nature Boy. See, I think the Nature Boy, that is more believable than Wilt Chamberlain, because those wrestling guys are on the road all the time. Like they're on the road 300 days a year. Like Wilt Chamberlain, I was friends with. I mentioned this on the overnight show, but I was friends with a Laker. This guy was a Laker beat writer when Wilt played for the team. And he told me, he said, Wilt is full of you know what. He didn't sleep with all those ladies and all that. He was hanging out at the hotel, and he'd hang out with us sports writers and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think Ric Flair, though, that's more believable. Now, I don't know what number he said. He said he reached 20,000 by the age of 39. I don't know if that's true. I think the math on that actually would be legit. For sure.
It's tough math. It really is. Ben, we appreciate the time and enjoy the draft, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
That is Ben Maller, and it is right here on 96.5. I'm getting like your voice all of a sudden. My God.
We didn't have a host.
I sound like Binkley. He's next, right? No, he's not.
Nate Taylor's next.
Nate Taylor's next.
Our guy from ESPN, Chiefs beat writer for ESPN, Nate Taylor, joins us next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and fellas, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to be told the truth because you're hiding behind your emotions or your insecurities. It's fine. But you know what? The truth is, ED can ruin the moment, and nobody wants medical science to empower male performances with therapies that go far beyond pills. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So, could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call them today at 844-447-6600 or visit them at heartlandmenshealth.com.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
You know that Chick-fil-A sells more than chicken, right?
Hello, my name is Jaleesa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is how it's all of my favorite breakfast items in one good bite. That fluffy egg, that melty cheese with that perfectly grilled sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I went to Staples for a custom printed graduation banner and invites and saw that Party City is now at Staples.
Wait, what?
Party City is now at Staples.
So now Staples has balloons?
Yep.
Decorations?
Yes.
Streamers, cups, table covers?
Yep, Staples has everything for a party. And now buy two, get one free on select foil balloons.
Holy confetti! So the best parties start at Staples.
That was easy.
In 613 select stores, exclusions apply. In-store or buy online. Pick up in-store only.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
You know that Chick-fil-A sells more than chicken, right?
Hello, my name is Jaleesa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is how it's all of my favorite breakfast items in one good bite. That fluffy egg, that melty cheese with that perfectly grilled sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay's Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
Hey, it's Scott Parks, and we've launched Beyond the Pitch KC, a podcast on how Kansas City landed the world's largest sporting event, presented by Commerce Bank. Visit commercebank.com/soccer26. Subscribe on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side, 470 southbound. You hit delays past Strother. Once you get to Colburn, you're bogged down, and it stays very heavy out past Douglas with an accident blocking two left lanes. Still recovering on the Kansas side, 435 eastbound. Maybe a tap of the brakes for you around Antioch with an earlier accident in Metcalf that has cleared. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
He's the only man in history to win a race in a hot dog costume and break national NFL news. Here's Nate Taylor from ESPN with Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan.
Hard to realize if this microphone's on. If this is me or Jay Binkley.
Hey, welcome back to I'd just like to do. We call it Monday Evening Quarterback with Kent Swanson. Kent, sorry about my voice, brother.
You're all right. Doing just fine, my friend.
Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday? Was that his best performance ever?
Binkley or Dusty?
Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday? Was that his best performance ever? Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday? Was that his best performance ever?
It was.
Hey,
yes,
man,
Jay,
let's go
yes.
to Nate Taylor of ESPN, who does all things Chiefs. He is the man with the plan. It is draft day. And Nate Taylor, how are you, and are you ready for this?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm ready, fellas. Good to be on with you guys.
It's awesome to talk to you as well. And as you put your final dots on your I's and T's crossed, who are the Chiefs taking at 9?
Well, I put it on our ESPN beat writer mock draft a couple days ago. I have them taking Ruben Bain with the 9th pick.
Okay.
And as I said before, I think the Chiefs will likely trade up from 29. For this, exercise, I stayed at 29 just to get an idea of, okay, what are the ranges of where prospects are going based on other teams' needs and positional value. And so it was fascinating to stay at 29 and watch every receiver that I think people have either looked up or are interested in, and realized that there were no receivers left to be taken worthy of late in the first round. So I took Peter Woods, a defensive tackle, at 29. So I took Ruben Bain and Peter Woods.
I saw Ari Meroff's mock draft. He does one and only one, and he had Caleb Downs falling to 9. Nate, real quickly, this was Mitch Holtis about Caleb Downs.
Don't be tricked by the S by his name. I think he's the best slot corner in this draft. I think he's Trent McDuffie potentially recreated. He is so good in the slot. He tackles. He's wicked smart. He'll run your defense.
So if Caleb Downs is there, Nate Taylor, him or Ruben Bain?
Because of the positional value and because of the immediacy of needing a starter opposite of George Karlaftis, I would take Ruben Bain. And what's fascinating is that is exactly the scenario that we went through in our beat writer mock draft at ESPN, where Caleb Downs goes 10 to the New York Giants for a lot of reasons, including others that Mitch Holtis said. So I agree. I think he could play great at the safety position too. Like, he's an incredible blitzer, really good tackler, knows, exactly what to do in terms of disrupting timing and, playing games with the quarterback. So I understand, if Caleb Downs is there tonight and the Chiefs stay at 9, I have no issues with them taking Caleb Downs. I just think for longevity purposes, for hey, we need this player to get to the second contract, I would pick Ruben Bain.
Yeah, and that's interesting to say, get to that second contract. Is that the only thing that would make you choose Ruben Bain over Caleb Downs right now?
Well, I watched them on 3rd and long, guys, last year, and they couldn't get to the quarterback
I know.
if it wasn't Chris Jones. So I would say Ruben Bain, because of, again, just you need that player to help out the pass rush.
Talking with Nate Taylor here on 96.5 The Fan. And so, yeah, obviously the pass rush is an issue, and that makes everything better, on the back end, too. Your safeties become better. Your cornerbacks become better if you can get to that, if you can get to that quarterback. But if there's a generational player, which Caleb Downs may be, how do you pass up on a generational type player? That's the hard thing about this draft, dude, is there's so many decent enough players. There's not really that standout, but Caleb Downs could be a standout in all of this.
Correct. And again, I have the most faith probably in him, Jeremiah Love. There's probably another guy I'm thinking, not in the pass rusher category, who I think will go top 10. I have more faith in Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs than I do Mendoza in honesty. And so, yeah, when you get to that point, and again, there's no guarantee for Chiefs fans, we hope, for the organization, they hope that they'll never be in the top 10 again for the next 5 to 10 years. So if you have a chance to take Caleb Downs, and again, I have no issues whatsoever because I'm pretty confident he's going to be great because he was elite in college. I just understand that, okay, you did sign Alohi Gilman. You do have Jaden Hicks. Shamari Connor's still on the roster. It's not an absolute desperate need where I feel man, if we just keep things completely simple, they need a pass rusher so bad because Chris Jones is going to be 32. You want to support him sort of in the twilight of his career, just like you want to do that with Travis Kelce, obviously Patrick Mahomes. I know it's more fascinating, maybe more alluring to get a receiver, but I have a lot of faith in Ruben Bain to be an immediate starter from day one, and to only get better throughout his career because that's what he demonstrated over the last 2 years in college.
So, talking to Nate Taylor of ESPN, I want to ask you this. Are you, as of 8:26 on draft day morning, Chiefs are staying at 9? They're not going to move out of that pick, you don't think?
I don't think so, guys. I think the price is going to go pretty up today. I imagine that what happens, and just to give people a peek as to the process is, you can have preliminary conversations like on Tuesday and say, hey, if you guys aren't comfortable and, there's a prospect or two that we like, obviously we're not going to give you the names, but what would it take? And you get an idea in terms of range of like, hey, maybe, obviously the 9th pick and I don't know, a 3rd round pick or next year's 3rd round pick or, whatever. And then it actually gets to draft night and the other team goes, yeah, man, we actually need more than that. And you go, well, come on, why do we talk on Tuesday? So I think there'll be a premium. I think there'll be a tax to come up, especially in the top 10 for like Tennessee or for Arizona. So I think the Chiefs wisely will stay at 9. I think it makes the most sense. And then you just have to figure out where you want to find that next player in like the 18 to 24 range if you want to move up from 29.
Yeah, Mitch kind of has alluded to that earlier, that the last thing he thinks they're going to do is potentially trade up in this draft, and that's fine if they don't want to trade up and they want to move down. There's so many options out there that are available, but let's look at that wide receiver position. Let's look at it from what we have here in Kansas City today, what we're going to potentially have next year, and how does that create a need for the wide receiver position?
Yeah, they need even if it's Sadiq, right? Even if it's the tight end from Oregon, I understand like why I would sort of again on my proverbial board would go defensive line, then pass catcher, then maybe interior defensive lineman as like a priority for like today's first round. You can obviously fill in some of the gaps Friday in rounds 2 and 3. The reason why you need a receiver is again we have no idea what's going to happen with Rasheed Rice beyond 2026, if he's going to be on the team next year or not. Xavier Worthy's a really good player, and I still think he has the potential to be a really good player to demonstrate that over a 17-game season. It's cool that they re-signed Tyquan Thornton. I thought they made the right choice in picking him over Hollywood Brown, but you still need another player to sort of evaluate, to get that 5th-year option if it does come down to that. And again, Travis Kelce, this really could be the last year, because I thought last year was going to be the last year, so there's no guarantee for him as well. Like, you need somebody to start to grow with Mahomes as he sort of gets into his 30s. And for all those different reasons, I think they should really target a pass catcher with that 2nd pick if they have the ability to do that. And that will likely mean they'll have to move up from 29.
Nate, how important is tonight in terms of extending the dynasty? What percentage, how much hinges on tonight and this weekend?
I think there's 2 things, and it's a great question. The next phase, the next era, right? The next phase of this dynastic run, we're entering the 3rd phase of Patrick Mahomes' career, right? The first phase was incredible, 18 to about 21, where they obviously had the collapse in the AFC Championship game. And then once you made the trade for Tyreek Hill, in addition to the draft of 2022, that's the 2nd era. Well, now all those guys, except for George Karlaftis, are no longer on the team. And you just made a similar trade with Trent McDuffie, so I think it's 2 parts. I would say about 40% of this new phase comes down to Kenneth Walker. Hey, that's the guy you gave the most money to. That's the guy you signed on day 1 of free agency. If you could revolutionize and make the run game a legitimate threat, oh my goodness, it would do a blessing for Patrick Mahomes as he, plays into his 30s. And then the 60% of the part is this weekend. Like, what do you do in this draft? You have 9 picks. In 2022, they had 10 picks. This is the 2nd time in the modern era that the Chiefs have had 2 first-round picks to start the day. And so they need to have a similar draft to 2022. And the best part about this is you have a chance to take somebody in the top 10, which you've never done before since you acquired Patrick Mahomes in that trade. So for all those reasons, they got to hit this out of the park. And if they don't, and if Kenneth Walker, for whatever reason, doesn't live up to the hype, then these will be the moves that demonstrated that this was the end of the dynastic run, and then you're essentially hoping for, hey, can we catch lightning in a bottle as Patrick Mahomes is in like years 35, 36, 37.
So what do you do if this doesn't work? Like, first of all, how long do you give it to say it was a failure? Secondly, if there's another 6-11 type of season after this one, what's this conversation like next offseason?
Ooh, oh boy. If it doesn't work out, it might be due to injuries, because that's what we saw from last year's draft class. Like, even though last year's draft class was pretty interesting, none of them played a full season, basically, outside of Ashton Gelati, and he didn't even get to play probably as many snaps as he should have gotten to play. So in some ways it could be injuries. In other ways it could be like, hey, again, Travis Kelce, this is his last season, potentially. Chris Jones, year 32, eventually Father Time might catch up. Hey, Patrick Mahomes coming off an ACL, LCL injury just doesn't play as well. Like, he needs another year to get fully back or to get into a chemistry with his receivers. And then at the same point, too, I wrote about this on ESPN.com last month, guys, or maybe it was earlier this month. I can't remember. Andy Reid, 68.
Yeah.
There has been no coach who has, bucked this trend. The only coach who bucked this trend and won a Super Bowl at this particular age, at 68, was Bruce Arians. And, guys, he was a good coach. He also had Tom Brady, all right? So the historical odds of this are pretty slim. And so you're hoping that Andy Reid, with Eric Bieniemy back in the fold, again, with another, healthier full offseason, that they can turn it around. But, hey, another reason why they might go, I guess, disappointing in 2026 is for a variety of reasons. And, oh, by the way, your coach is just getting old, man. It sucks, but it happens. And, Marv Levy was, the only coach who got to the Super Bowl, and unfortunately they lost with the Bills. But, he was the only one that consistently got to the Super Bowl later in life. And obviously he had a great team with Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, all those guys. But and all those guys, by the way, were in their prime, not in their 30s. So, it's tough. But if this draft doesn't work out, that's sometimes how this works. And in other times, your scouting and your faith in certain prospects leads you to make the right picks. And then those guys, like the 2022 draft class, are ready to contribute immediately and only get better because they're being taught by veteran guys who have already done it themselves.
And Kate, maybe a move up. Now, I know you'd say the Jets fumble it like they always do, and they take, they take Jeremiah Love second overall. That hurts Arizona, and the Chiefs go up to the third pick, and then they go get the best defensive edge in this draft, which I think is Bailey, or maybe it is Reese.
I would have more faith in Bailey in a weird way, just because of the speed element, the quick flexibility, the athleticism to get around the edge. I mean, look, it would kind of be like an amazing sort of turn of events if that is what ends up happening. And again, you don't get taxed to where you feel like, man, we have to give him 3 picks or 4 picks to get up there, even though we're only moving up, 5 spots, whatever it is. I love the idea that both the Jets and the Giants and the Browns have 2 picks in the first round. Guys, it could go anywhere. It could be terrible. It could be comedic. It could be, honestly, reshaping whichever franchises does make the right pick. But there's so many variables in all this that it does make for this draft to be compelling because there's only one quarterback. By the way, guys, stop. And this is for my own network.
Yeah.
Stop talking about Ty Simpson. Stop it.
Yeah, right?
Stop it. Please stop it. He's not a first-round pick. We all know he's not a first-round pick. He should be taken in the second to maybe third-round pick and pray to the good Lord that he maybe becomes Russell Wilson. But, stop it, okay? We did this last year with Shedeur Sanders. And by the way, Shedeur Sanders kind of was I don't know, a more athletic quarterback than Ty Simpson. Now, Ty Simpson has a better arm.
Mm-hmm.
But, come on, guys. There's only one quarterback that matters tonight, and we all know he's going 1. So everything else is on the board, which means everything else could get very, very wacky very, very quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're trying to hype up this other quarterback because, there isn't another. Ratings are for a draft like this that doesn't have the big-name players. I'm sure it's going to be just fine, and everybody's going to tune in and watch and, pay attention to what's going on. But when you don't have those big-name stars, it's tough to get people to want to move up. As much as the Chiefs would say they want to move back, I always think of the other side. Who the hell wants to move up,
Right. And I think if you're the commissioner, you're trying to get every front office to realize that, guys, the more trades we have tonight, the more fascinating it is. Maybe we can keep more eyeballs on the television screen. Because, honestly, the NBA playoffs are going on right now. The NHL playoffs are going on. Those things might be more interesting once you get past, pick 19, pick 18, 17, somewhere in there. Because, again, there's not that many household names. There's not a sense of, to the television in the 20s and sort of in that 30, 31, 32 range. Hey, who wants to come up to get a potential 5th-year option of Ty Simpson? But again, if he's not that talented or if he's not a sure thing, I should say, maybe you don't need to trade up to get the fifth year option because maybe you won't use it
because there's just nobody to talk about.
Just like you guys, I don't know his family. Honestly, like this is such a sad story. As best as they can, given the circumstances, to go, to help him seek counseling. And I'm not afraid to be like, look, I've talked to therapists before, I've talked to counselors before in my life when things have gotten difficult. Like I can totally understand, why you should have, why you should do that. Not and maybe for this circumstances. I mean, like apples to oranges to pears to grapes to all that other stuff. But like, hey, these are professionals. They've been through, several cases. They know what is helpful. They'll give you the tools and the resources to help you turn your life around, whatever that issue is. But it's a lot better if you have your family support, if you have your ability to like lean on someone to hold you accountable, to keep you going, to give you some optimism in a very depressed moment, which, I mean, guys, this is pretty bad. I mean, this story has legs, and based on my understanding, there'll probably be more information, which, I mean, dog. So, yeah, man.
I need more. Like, more information meaning other people? Or
well, look, I can't get into the specifics because I'm waiting on some of this the same way you guys are, but I won't be surprised if we learn more, given this situation. Again, it's sad. It's tragic. It's got legs for days, as we can clearly see. But no, I mean, he should have just told us yesterday. Hey, man, like, and by the way, like in front of cameras and talking to people off camera, told us like, hey, I messed up. It happens. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna try my best. And by the way, I'm gonna seek counseling. Like you can whatever. Hope. Can they bring Bill Belichick up for Saturday? Can they send him up?
I mean, what do you think long term though? Do you think Vrabel's in trouble?
Let's see what else happens. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. My knee-jerk reaction is no.
Right.
He's too good of a coach. I mean, honestly, like, if we just separate this, he's way too good of a coach.
But if he wasn't a good coach, he'd be on his way out, potentially.
Well, yeah. I mean, is he good at his job?
If this is Todd Haley, he's probably not sticking around.
He's really good at his job, ladies and gentlemen. He got Drake May and the Patriots to the Super Bowl last year. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere.
No. He's. I mean, again, unless now he might. Again, I don't know the severity of all this. We don't know. I mean, these are clearly private conversations. But like, if more comes out and it becomes untenable, then yeah, I guess I could see it. But like, he's a really good coach. He'll be. From a football standpoint, I think he'll be fine. He just needs to be as transparent, as honest as possible. And the sooner he does that, with help from counselors or with help from family members, the better he can make his circumstances to where it can become somewhat livable. It's not going to be great. This is not ideal. But in terms of like doing his job, I mean, the reason the Patriots immediately scooped him up as soon as they could is because they looked around and said, man, I mean, we love Gerard Mayo, but like Mike Vrabel's a top 10 coach. I mean, he was a large reason why they went to the Super Bowl.
Well, Nate, we appreciate it. Our eyes are glued to the adultery gate, is what I'm calling it in New England for this gate. So we'll keep our eyes glued. Next, and we talk to Alexander Gold, whose feet are on the ground in Pittsburgh. Busy guy. Is he as likable there as Paul Skeens? We'll find out next here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
On 420, yes.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
My friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are saying, hey, we're going to handle everything for you guys. We're making life easier for folks here in Kansas City. Not only are they building all the great buildings that you see out there in Kansas City, but right now they want you to become a partner contractor, and there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. If you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. And then the sheet metal workers will get to work. They'll adjust the size, the skills, the deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during the times you need it the most. And that gives you the power to bid on every project that suits your business model. They'll provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training for your current employees. And there's no downside. It is completely free. There's zero obligation, just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circa Sports. From baseball to basketball to hockey, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing on the special Royals props for every game. Download 1-800-GAMBLE.
Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you. Liberty lives
for 72 months, and we have the largest selection of Subaru certified vehicles in Kansas City, starting as low as 1.9% for 72 months, 0% event, and a lifetime warranty. Fall in love with driving again at Lisa Emmett Subaru.
Based on January 2025 through June 2025 Kansas City inventory listings.
Let's go. 5th and Null, and 100 burgers and wings in town. Great selection of beer and spirits. Oh, it's the dozens of TVs showing your favorite game.
That's what's got.
Oh, no to a round of golf. As we head into vacation season, think about the people waiting for you to say yes. Your family, your friends, they want the real you back, the one who isn't sidelined by chronic pain. I want to help you turn that corner. At QC Kinetics, they specialize in regenerative treatments that get you back in the game without surgery, no downtime. So call them $62.99. They're located.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual. Only pay for what you need. I think Jeremiah Love might be the most talented player in this entire 2026 draft. When I watch him at Notre Dame, in any game over the last 2 years, he's the best player in the field, averaging almost 7 yards a carry, and he's a great receiver, catching almost 60 passes in the last 2 years. I could see Jeremiah Love going as early as to that team in Arizona at 3, to that team in Nashville at 4, or maybe that team in New York at 5.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game. Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug! Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down. Hey! Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years. 96.5 to... Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Northland 169 Highway southbound gets heavy at 29, stays pretty slow down to Briarcliff. Past that, things look pretty good into downtown. Replacing your HVAC doesn't have to be an emergency. Plan now, pay less later. When you plan ahead, you get more options, better scheduling, and less stress. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.
That's right. Is in the black and yellow, Mr. Gold. How is Pittsburgh? How's the setup? What's it look like out there? Did they nail it?
Good morning, guys. Robert, Dustin, always good to be on with you guys.
Always good to have you, Alex. Thank you.
Yeah, it is beautiful in Pittsburgh. We are just getting set up actually here at PNC Park. That's where we'll be doing our show the next couple days. So it's very fitting with all the downtown baseball discussion in Kansas City from yesterday and moving forward to get another glimpse at a downtown ballpark and just see how amazing a setup for downtown baseball can be. We haven't seen any Chiefs fans yet. That's the surprising thing. Now, in fairness, right now it's still pretty early, and we're not at the actual fan experience. So I'm assuming that'll pick up here as the day continues. But yeah, it's draft all over the city. Much like in Kansas City when we had it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the setups, whether it's activation, beer gardens, signage. I mean, the whole city is all in on the draft.
Yeah, I don't know how many Kansas City fans are going to the draft this year. I haven't heard much from folks going to this. I think Chiefs fans are tapped out when it comes to money, and spending as we've done for the last decade or so. Maybe they're not going to this draft, but you'll have the ones that are paid for by the NFL to wear the gear of every team to cheer and yell when they go. Have you guys heard of many Kansas Cityans going to the draft this year?
No, that's the thing. There was a few people on Twitter that mentioned they responded to maybe a post or so of ours and said, hey, we're heading out there tomorrow or something. But, yeah, I think you're right. I mean, that because of the run the Chiefs have been on over the last 5 to 7 years, that most of the money has been spent on playoff tickets and Super Bowl trips. And, the draft, we all had it in Kansas City a couple years ago. So I don't know if this is a trip that people were planning on taking. I guess the argument this year would be that, hey, you got a top 10 pick and 2 picks in the first round, and maybe this is a good year to actually go to the draft where there's going to be some excitement, hopefully pretty early on.
When you look at the Chiefs board, right, like there's been, some things that have said that maybe the Chiefs move up, maybe they move down. I saw a mock draft this morning. I think it was Ari Meroff's. He had Caleb Downs falling to 9. This was Mitch Holtis, Alex, by the way, about Caleb Downs. I want to get your reaction on the other side.
Don't be tricked by the S by his name. I think he's the best slot corner in this draft. I think he's Trent McDuffie potentially recreated. He is so good in the slot. He tackles. He's wicked smart. He'll run your defense.
So Ruben Bain, Carnell Tate, and Caleb Downs are all there at 9. Who does Alexander Gold take as the GM of the Chiefs?
I would take Ruben Bain. I think they need a pass rusher more than anything else on this football team right now. Who the heck is opposite George Karlaftis? Who's going to help out Chris Jones, after what we saw a season ago? And so I do also agree that Caleb Downs, I think, is going to be a hell of a football player. I just think it's awfully tough to take a safety in the top 10. And I get Mitch's point, which is he's not just a safety. They're going to be able to line him up all over the place. Spags is going to love him. I just get a little nervous about still taking that position. Even corner, I think there's some people that are hesitant. I think earlier in the week we were discussing, Mansour Delane at 9 is a name that would be one that I could accept, I think, there based off of the need at corner. And so maybe if Mitch's point is that, all right, maybe he's not listed as a corner, but he's the top secondary player in the entire draft, maybe there's your argument for taking somebody like Caleb Downs. I'll tell you this, I hope they don't trade up if they're getting a corner or getting a safety. The only position I want them trading up for.
Anything, it's going to be a trade down
I hope so.
For the Chiefs. Because, again, as we've talked about with so many different people, Alex, it's like, who are we trading up for, right? And if we can't name somebody to trade up for, why would other teams want to trade up? That's where I kind of look at it.
The only thing, I think trading back is always difficult to what you're kind of saying, which is it takes somebody that wants to go up, and who's coming up. Maybe the Cowboys for a Ruben Bain type of player. Other than that, I don't know necessarily who's coming up to take the 9 spot from Kansas City. So I would love if Brett Veach could pull off a trade, move back, 3 or 4 spots and pick up an additional mid-round pick or whatever the compensation would work out to be. I'd be fine with that. I know fans get nervous when you start trading back a little bit, but with the needs on this team and already having 2 first-round picks, I would love an additional pick and give some more darts for Veach to throw at the board tonight.
What is as we move on from the other things that are going on in the world, what is the Vrabel buzz like in Pittsburgh? And I'm being serious about that because that was a weird draft now.
Yeah, it's more in a joke, this tampering or text messages and things like that. I will say our one of our Uber drivers, though, just Mike McCarthy hired. So I almost got thrown out of Uber. The Steelers and what we thought for their draft. And then I said, it sounds like you guys are just waiting for Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. You guys will enjoy probably another 9 or 10 win season. And she said, I'm giving you a 1-star. And I might kick you out of the Uber.
Oh, wow. So you got a 1-star on the Alexander
I don't know.
Uber.
I don't know if I ended up getting the 1-star, but that's what.
Since he likes to wear other teams' gear.
Wow, is that true?
I am not. You guys can check out the pre-show video at some point and confirm I will not be wearing Raiders gear. The team gear that we've seen the most of, guys, out here
Pittsburgh,
is actually,
right?
Other than Pittsburgh, Bob, has been the Green Bay Packers. As you
mentioned.
Yeah.
There you go.
We saw Senor Cheesehead out here at the airport.
Nice.
Senor Queso. What was the – had some pretty good pictures last night, some cocktails, some food. What was that like out there?
Yeah, so I think Primanti Brothers, of course, famous place.
Yeah, that's good.
Had to try. It was very good. You guys know I'm extremely picky eater. So
I'm surprised you say it sounds good.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It was phenomenal. It really was. There's like different variations you can get. I think Cody got a different one than I did, but I got like a steak and cheese sandwich. It was top notch. And then we went. We'll tell the story on the show later, but we went to a bar last night. And Cody used to work at a bar. I don't know if you guys have heard.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times.
Yeah, and. We were looking at the menu, and I made some comment like, "Oh, I wonder what this would taste like with this cocktail," because it was a fancier cocktail place. And And Cody tries to start explaining it, and then the bartender goes, well, actually, it's this, and then just completely destroyed Cody's knowledge.
That's outstanding. Did you get that on tape?
I wish I did. Oh,
man.
We'll discuss it a little
that
bit
is
here.
how did he handle it?
It was it got quiet. So I'll let Cody get his side of it in a little bit, but I enjoyed that exchange for about a half hour, and then ultimately this guy got to the point where I don't even remember the knowledge of this bartender was absolutely ridiculous.
Absolutely, that's outstanding.
Does he call it star anise or star anus?
I do not know, Dusty. I do not know.
All right. Well, hey, real quickly, what do you guys have coming up on the show today?
Yeah, so we're going to set the scene, of course, some more of what's going on here in Pittsburgh, some other things that we saw out around town yesterday, and, of course, get into ultimately how we think this thing is playing out tonight, and including, I'm sure, as you guys have been saying, there's just a lot of noise on draft day, about some potential trade-ups for Kansas City. I'm with you, though, that I don't really think that makes a whole lot of sense for Kansas City. Josh Briscoe's going to call in coming up in a couple hours as well. So, yeah, we'll have some fun, guys. It should be a great day, and I know you guys are going to be hanging out tonight at the Brookside, right?
Yes, sir. Well, hey, be safe out there, enjoy it, and keep getting Cody some more bar knowledge so when you guys do the happy hour shows, you know what to do now.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
That is Alex Cole live in Pittsburgh, their show live from the draft. As I said, PNC Park. Guys, we're here. Guys, men, two men come in next.
Well, actually, that's nothing to do with the cocktail you're talking about, sir. Oh, God, I would have loved them in there.
$1,000 to get there just for that moment.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we'll get with Chris and Bink, the Character Concerns guys. They're in studio for the last hour talking all things draft. Now they like that pick. I love that pick. Coming up next.
Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20.
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
On your home for Royals baseball, 96.5. The Fan.
I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are doing wonderful things like making my yard look awesome, and they can make your yard look awesome as well. And they're going to do it easily, just like they did with us. They came out to the house over a year ago, and they're like, yeah, this is a mess, right? I'm like, yeah, it's a disaster area. What can you do? They're like, we'll make it look great. And they did. They followed through on that promise and made it look awesome because they have the college-educated professionals, everything, and they know how to grow the best lawns in Kansas City, and they're going to get it done right the first time. They did that for us. They'll do it for you. When you see those iconic blue trucks all over Kansas City, you'll know the best lawn is right behind that truck because Aspen Lawn and Pest Control is there doing the work. They offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control, and right now, you're going to get a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Whether you're looking for a Bronco, an Explorer, an F-150, or even a commercial vehicle, Robside Ford has the selection.
That's right, Kevin. We've got it all. And we've got the lowest prices in Kansas City. No gimmicks, just great deals on every new Ford.
And it's not just inventory, it's how you do business. Robside Ford makes it very simple.
We do it different on purpose. Non-commissioned sales team, upfront transparent pricing, top dollar trade-in values, and a process that's actually easy.
You've even got the reputation to back it up, Bobby. Kansas City's only top-rated Ford dealer on Google. 4.8 stars, 3,000 reviews. Wow.
And this year, we're proud to be voted Best Car Dealership in KC by Kansas City Magazine.
So if you're ready for a better car buying experience,
come see us at 135th and State Line or check us out at robsight.com.
From Broncos to F-150s to work trucks, Robside Ford has what you need.
If you want simple and easy, you're not going to find a better spot.
Robside Ford. Buy right. Drive happy.
Telly Tire and Auto of yours at TELLEtire.com. Take care of your car. Take it to Telly. Additional charges apply for tire disposal and road hazard warranty.
JR and Company offers a lifetime workmanship warranty on every residential roof. Why? Because our roofers are that good. Kinda makes you wonder about the other guys. JR and Company. Home of the free online storm check at jrstormcheck.com.
Spring into deals at Lowe's and let your inner gardening guru out. Get select 1-pint annuals for $1 to start planting.
Something you've worked for pays off. Based education certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound heavy from Manchester Trafficway past 31st Street with construction. Kansas side 635 northbound very slow from K5 to the bridge with roadwork. You're down to 1 lane. Alan Carr 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Join us at the Fans Draft Party at the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill on April 23rd for your chance to win $965 in our draft contest. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, if you have concerns, we have characters. Chris Unicero, Jay Binkley. Boys, you finally made it. How's it feel? That's my first question. Like that you're finally here.
Like Christmas morning.
Okay.
I'm just glad we're here. I'm tired of the stupid ass speculation that you hear.
I'm with Chris on that.
I realized this yesterday when Tom Pelissero went on Rich Eisen and he was talking about Carson Beck being a first round pick possibly, and I was like, Carson Beck couldn't even make a case for him to be a first round pick. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, I'm past it at this point.
Just wait until the last minute drops that happened this afternoon about X player. It's nonsense, but it's coming.
Oh, it's absolutely going to happen.
Totally going to happen.
So speaking of that, Chris, what has been your favorite, oh my God, like knee-slapping moment for this draft so far?
I don't know if I have that in this class because this class is like...
I mean like rumor and innuendo and all the nonsense that we were talking about. Carson Beck has probably got to be
Carson Beck was really bad. I that was the point where I was like, let's just get the draft done already.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all the speculation, like... I think he also said the Chiefs could trade out.
Oh, yeah. But next year, everybody will love it and tell everybody we have the two best tackles.
If it works.
Yeah.
If it works. Because we've seen them take a tackle and it not work out recently a few times. So, if it's a tackle.
I thought you meant like first-round guys.
Oh, no. Yeah, Simmons is working out.
He's working out. He's fine. Fisher
as
working
long as he stays on the field.
Do you like that pick?
I hate that pick, man.
Bang that pick today? If you don't like that pick, is that the one you wouldn't like because of the arms?
I think Mitch made some good points with you. So the whole Spags, the arms up, because he loves that deflecting football or deflecting the passes all around. And Andy Reid said the other day, they said, "What do you like in tackles?" And there's a lot of smoke that goes on these things. But he said, mine does in the pro day.
The criteria is different based on where it is because we see these different arm measurements come out for like Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
For the combine, for pro days. So I don't really know exactly the
pro
criteria.
Days where you want to get measured. There was 46 in the combine. And some guys, there's certainly a guy, you're going to get a linebacker at 10. So who knows what's going to happen. Chris and I have kind of been in lockstep with Ian Young.
Each of you, I want you to give me separately your top 3 positions of need for this team. Chris, you go first.
For me, receiver 1.
Okay.
I don't trust Rashee Rice.
How could you?
You can't.
How can you? Right?
You can't. So it's like when you think about the future of that position group, it's like right now it's like you got Tyquan on one more year after this year, and then you got Xavier Worthy.
Exactly.
And we don't even know if Jalen Royals is going to play because he didn't play last year, even when they the whole half the receiving core was out. So it's like at that point, I don't even know if I could trust Jalen Royals. So at receiver 1, edge 2, and then after that. I mean, I could kind of be convinced in a lot of different areas. Corner, I think defensive tackle is a corner a little bit more. I don't feel like corner is a position you have to go round 1. Because I just think there's value round 2, round 3, even round 4. A great corner is nice. But like the Chiefs have won Super Bowls where like their corner situation wasn't great overall. And it's nice to have a great corner. You don't need a great corner, in my opinion.
Jay, what are your 3 areas?
I'm right there with Chris as far as wide receiver. Then
is wide receiver number 1 for you?
Wide receiver is number 1 with a bullet point. Wide receiver because, like you said, next year going into 27, because oftentimes you have to plan ahead. And with Andy Reid, it's getting acclimated into the system for wide receivers. But if you look at 27, you got the second year of him back in 27. So that's a guy that's been a leading receiver, even though he's a tight end for the last decade here. Tyreek Hill, we've been 1 and 2. So that edge, we had a corner in 4th round. Certain guys are sitting there, and in the 3rd round, it might be difficult to pass up on corner there. But offensive tackle, I think, would be early as well because when Veach was talking about, 35, it starts getting thin.
Right.
That is true. And they said at 40, they could technically move up. But I think that, but definitely edge and wide receiver are 1 and 2, and then, or wide receiver, then edge 1, then 2, and then probably offensive tackle.
When they say getting thin, what do they mean by getting thin? Does that mean like starters? Does that mean guys that can just have a cup of coffee in the NFL? Like, what does that truly mean? It's getting thin after 35.
I just think the quality of tackles. Now, I will say this. It does make a lot of sense with Juwan Taylor, being gone from the team, because right tackles are actually the premium tackles. You don't see that in a lot of drafts. Usually everybody's talking about the left tackles, but it's the right tackles that are getting the buzz in the draft, so I can kind of understand that. But, if you trust Asa Polle and you say, okay, we can move him to the right side, we trust what he can do. We like Wanye Morris more at the right side than the left, or Jalen Moore. If something happens to Simmons, do you move Jalen Moore over to left tackle? Then you become a lot more thin on the offensive line at tackle. If you have to do stuff like that, like all of a sudden you have Jalen over there, then who's going to be your right? Asa Polle is going to be your right tackle. So that's kind of the thinness that you have.
Some good news out of Kansas City Chiefs. Derek Johnson going to the Chiefs Hall of Fame just announced.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yes.
I don't think
because he played at Texas.
Texas connection and all that. Yeah, is that why it reminds you of him?
But he is a stud.
It's great. I do want to get more into this draft, but from the Chiefs' perspective, and then maybe like an overall perspective with you guys. But a lot of talk with Lemon and Tyson and Tate. Who's the best one out of those 3 guys?
Personally, I like Lemon the best. It's the guy that we've had the last. Actually, we've had him every time except for Tate at the very beginning, the very first one. But Lemon, he doesn't drop the football. I mean, 3 drops in the last 175 attempts. I mean, that stuff Mitch is talking about, the quickness, the Puka Nacua type, the guy that can get it, the yards after catch. Who's going to be that guy? That's Rashee Rice right now, but is he going to be the future of the Chiefs? It's hard to think that at this point with kind of the track record. So could Mekhi Lemon be that guy going forward? But he plays much bigger.
But I think Tyson's the best. I think he has the highest upside. And that's the reason why, I think the Chiefs should really think about Tyson. I think they probably are, because this is a time where, you get into the top 10, you got to take most upside, most talented player. This is you want to take the best, most talented receiver in this.
Clavicle, and then be the perfect fit, you think, but you have to be on the football field too. And I think
I don't want to deal with a number 9 guy where we're going every day. Is this guy going to get a 9 guy where we're going every day? Is this guy going to get on the field? I think top 10 is more of a surefire
thing, not an asterisk.
Right.
I've always felt top 10 needs to be, he needs to play, he needs to be starting if he's a top 10 pick, and there can't be a ton of question marks regarding somebody that's a top 10 player. Somebody that's a top 10 player.
Jordan Tyson.
So drops all the time. I didn't know if drops all the time. I didn't know if he's like an NFL insider, but whatever it is. Draft coverage here on 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army.
Into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
I'll tell you, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending do want to cure your blues, and they've done that for us over the years. We've been with Golden Oak Lending for over a decade now, and I just absolutely love the folks over there because they treat us like family. They treat everybody like family at Golden Oak Lending. And what does family do? They're always looking out for everybody else, and that's what Golden Oak does. Rates get better, they'll call. They'll always let you know when you can save money, and they've been doing that for so many people around Kansas City because the average cash-out customer saves over $1,100 per month. And when you do refinance with Golden Oak Lending, you'll go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. So start with that free mortgage checkup. It's risk-free. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a phone conversation to find out how much money you could save every single month. You do all the talking. You tell them where your financial goals are. You tell them where you are right now, and then Golden Oak Lending will put together a plan to get you to reach your goals. Get that free mortgage checkup scheduled now. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $400 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right, turn $5 into $400 in bonus bets just for getting started. When every possession matters in the playoffs, FanDuel makes it easy to get closer to the action. From player props on your favorite stars to all the tools you need to back them up, head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips so you can check stats, trends, matchups all in one place and make it cool. FanDuel, official partner of the NBA and the official sports blur. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt.
The Kick Hunger Civic Lunch 2026, May 7th. Score big for local families in need. Grab your tickets or table today at kickhungerkc.com. That's kickhungerkc.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to...
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence.
Bundles is in 5, an Odyssey podcast. Bundles is in 5, an Odyssey podcast. Available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
When Kansas City storms roll through, hail and wind can damage your roof without you even realizing it. If your home was hit, call us at Century Roofing for a free inspection today. We handle every step with your insurance company, making the process stress-free and easy for you. For over 35 years and more than 35,000 roofs, we've been protecting Kansas City homes. Let us protect yours. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Today, expect a temperature of 76 with a possibility of showers and thunderstorms.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
All right, so we're continuing to carry our coverage with the guys from Character Concerns. I feel like we've kind of all grown up together from the start to where we're at now. So
we've all been here a minute. We were on that Royals ride, man.
All right. Well, I think Bob and I are in New York. We're talking about somebody being there for like 15 years. And he's like, well, how long you been at Odyssey? I was like, oh, yeah, 10, I guess. It's been long. Chris, longer than I have. You've been longer than we have. So,
well, Bob was there in New York when Vern and I were there. We were getting advice from him because Bob knew how to do everything.
Not lying.
Great drop.
the trains and all that. Like Bob knew the system. We're like, we ended up taking a cab. We're like, we'll just do a cab. I can't remember what Bob said.
Yeah. Dusty just said, I'll go back in November. I'll get a phone call 2 minutes into that trip. I'm lost.
We were staying in Queens too.
Oh, yeah.
Bob, talk about nothing around the ballpark.
Yeah. So draft night tonight, big night, one of the biggest 3 events of the year in sports.
That is
according to
exactly
some.
right, yes.
Yeah. Field Gates, I think, confirmed that.
He did. He was Team Binkley. By
Bink
the way.
was out here arguing with Drew
yeah.
out there about this.
What was
came on.
what were we arguing? Please explain, because I'm interested now.
Explain, Bink. This is your argument. I don't care.
We were talking about different events, and I said, is that event talked about in January? You know, something you finding people talking about that at the grocery store, the gas station, or are they talking about the draft? Who the Chiefs going to grab?
What was the event that he was trying
I
to
don't know,
say
it was
was
golf,
big?
I think.
Golf,
Yeah,
like the Masters.
It was Masters versus the draft.
Right.
Like I
love the
heard you
Masters.
guys have this discussion here recently, and Bink for some reason, he just got fired up out there probably about a half hour ago. He was out here throwing out hot takes about the draft versus the Masters.
Which is the bigger sporting event in your opinion, Chris?
For me, it's the draft.
Okay.
Because I don't care about golf.
Right.
But I understand. Like I know you, Dusty. You love golf. That's your thing. So I'm sure for you, it's probably top 2. It's probably right after the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
3.
It's 3.
Thursday, Friday of March Madness.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the best events,
So, like,
man.
to me, I think it's a personal thing as opposed to that. So it's like for me, the draft is
Because
up
like
there.
the Masters, I'll watch Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll be locked in tonight till about the 15th pick, and then I could give a rip.
Oh
I'm on
yeah,
Twitter, I'm listening to what
I
you
think
guys say.
that's how most people. I think there's a big fall off after the top 10.
Absolutely. That's why only anybody promotes the top 10. Anytime you look up, here are the top 10 picks, the top 10 this, the top 10 that.
Yeah,
But
because I think most people they're going to watch top 10. They're going to watch their team if their team is picking outside the top 10. And that's it.
I will say this in Jay's defense, and I do believe this to be absolute fact. No event in sports gets more coverage than the NFL draft. I mean, with the amount of just local talk shows that have been talking about this thing for months now, right? The Nationals, the ESPNs, all of this. Like, I don't know, and I firmly believe that there's not an event in sports that gets more coverage and talk than the NFL draft.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: is like if you just think about the concept of the draft. Like,
it's so dumb.
It is dumb. It's dumb when you think about, like, we're just standing here watching a guy go up to a podium every 10 minutes
and
or
read
so.
a name.
And then people cheer, and then the dude walks up with the jersey and the hat, and he hugs the commissioner and almost, dislocates one of his vertebrae, and then that's it. And then that's the whole draft right there.
Yeah, people start talking about in December where your draft order is.
That, though, people are
Watch
talking
your
draft
college football.
365,
But
guys.
here's the thing, though. It can change your city.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes, when he was drafted because of the draft, he changed Kansas
Well,
City.
no question.
5 Super Bowls, 3 rings. People came together. They watched all the games in the postseason. We had won 1 postseason game in 24 years. We won 17 with Mahomes. That draft totally changed how Kansas City views sports.
Hideki Matsuyama changed Japan.
5 straight games with a home run.
Well, that's a golfer.
That's Murakami.
Murakami. He's balling, dude. But,
He's had 5 straight games with a
Five
home
straight
run.
games
Not
with a
a
home run.
golfer guy.
Yeah, the golfer when he's from Japan.
Murakami,
right?
yeah.
No, Matsuyama.
Matsuyama.
Yeah. We'll talk draft now.
Please talk about anything that he knows.
What about so let's bring this up. What does this draft mean for Brett Veach? Because last year's draft is still kind of out there. I'm not going to judge it. The 2 prior drafts, not the best. 22, banger. 23,
Well, they've been good as far as rebuilding the team, which obviously talk about 22 because that was his rebuild because he didn't have the money to go spend in free agency. He was through the
And he
draft.
nailed it.
But I will say
Just
this,
like this year, they didn't give him any money.
but going into the season, the last 5 years, the Chiefs are the second highest percentage of draft picks still on the roster, and they've been winning. So it's a big difference than the Arizona Cardinals draft picks still on the roster than the Chiefs because they've been going to the postseason. They've been winning rings. So it has been different. Yeah, the draft, but when you draft at the end of every round,
right,
it's not going to be as good. And when people make comparisons to their GMs and maybe who they drafted, well, if you're drafting 5th or you're drafting 9th, your chances of having a good pick are far better than drafting it at the end of every round.
Sure.
It's where he's been sitting. So it's huge. I mean, you're sitting there with the top 10 pick. There's going to be a lot of pressure on it, whether it's a edge or whether it's a wide receiver. People are going to expect to drive up by 29 to St. Joe and that player to be good. They expect it to be somebody to watch, and there will be pressure on this. Now that you have 9 picks instead of 6, there's even more pressure. So I think it's the most pressure he's had in the draft going forward.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Top 10 pick. I mean, it's the first time he's had that in his time as general manager. So there's a lot of pressure with that because Now, if that player is mediocre or if that player's not good, there's going to be so much discourse around that. You guys see it all the time. Like, there's probably tons of people on the text line that hop on and say Veach isn't very good because Breland speaks back in 2018
and
or
Cody
whatever.
still complains about that.
Yeah, so it's like there's always like he's never going to live it down. If he hasn't been able to live down Breland speaks from almost a decade ago, then if this 9th overall pick or if they trade up or they trade up, if that doesn't work out, if that player's not great, then he's gonna have to hear that the rest of his time here in Kansas City.
Okay, so how do we know if this pick at number 9 is a legit good pick? Do we need 5 years? Do we need 10 years? Does he need to be a Hall of Famer?
2 years.
Like what would 2 years?
2
Okay,
years. Have a good year and then back it up the next year.
Okay, and then we can just drop. We don't have to analyze this pick every year because I feel like we're going to get into one of these things as we do all the time. 5 years from now, that guy was picked ahead of it. Oh, come on.
It's like Trey Smith being a 6th-round pick.
Right.
I mean, you clearly see he's a 1st-round pick.
It's like
at
you can
this
go back
point.
to the 22 draft. When did you guys know McDuffie was great? Year 2?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest,
really good
by
in
the
year 1.
by the end of his first year, we knew it was like, okay, this he could
play.
And then when did you know that George Karlaftis was mid?
Year 2.
Yeah.
Year 2. It's like year 2, it was like, yeah, he's not going to be J.J. Watt.
He's furious.
Year 1, you show that promise. Year 2, you get those expectations about that promise.
Yeah.
It's like the Royals pitching staff. Like 3 years ago when they were really good.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, back it up. Then they did.
And they're still doing it.
then the starting pitching is still backing it up. So you get this trend, not the one and done type thing.
Yeah, right. But like, what if he comes in the first year, whoever it is, and just dominates, and then we never hear from the guy again? Is that still considered a bust? Is that considered a good pick?
Yeah.
Oh,
you never hear from him
consistency is
so
what
he's
makes a
got to
good
reach
player.
at least the end of his first contract here in Kansas City and be having in the conversations of upping him after that 5th year. Like picking up the 5th year option should not be a conversation with this guy.
Oh yeah, after
100%.
year 3, we should be like, let's
Right.
pick up
Get
that
that
year
extension
5
up now,
and let's worry about
Because
Or
in year
extend.
3, if we're saying don't extend, then we have problems.
Yeah, at that point, after year 3, we're looking at 5th year option, and then we're looking at extension there. We're like, hey, you need to sign him now because he's probably going to get more expensive the longer you wait.
Like Rasheed Rice has played 3 years. Other guys that have spent 3 years are getting an extension. That's what's been going on the year before.
Right.
Guys got that extension as well, but guys have been getting that extension after year 3. So, yes, he cost himself that extension early.
So we know the Raiders are taking Mendoza. It's all but done. Jets are essentially on the clock. I ask you this because I'm not sure what the Chiefs will do. I don't know anything that's going on. It sounds like Mitch and Nate and you guys are all like, they're not going to do it. But like Mendoza, that's who's going number 1 overall. What's his ceiling? What's his floor? Because I said to the guys earlier, if his ceiling can be Bo Nix, because he's mobile, he's a little bit older than most rookie quarterbacks would be. They're going to build talent around him. He's got Bowers and Genty out there as well. If his ceiling is Bo Nix, is his floor... I don't know. Like he said, Josh Rosen. Like,
Ooh.
I mean,
he's going to be in the league soon.
How do you not know? It could be very well could be Josh Rosen.
He could be Josh Rosen.
This is probably the most accoladed, shamed quarterback I've ever seen go into a draft. Shedeur Sanders, it was obvious he was arrogant. He was never really did anything at Colorado. Baker, Kyler, it made sense. They were smaller. They were, not in the pros yet, but you look at Mendoza and what he did at Indiana and the system they ran and the games he made a great throw against Penn State to save their season in the back of the end zone, and he led them through the playoffs. He was great in the college football playoffs. Round 1's that's just not the guy. That's not the guy. And it's why is it not the guy?
It's also a little bit of pressure on Tom Brady because he was brought in there as minority owner to get this stuff right, to get the quarterback right on who you select. So a lot of the pressure is going to come to Tom Brady. If he works out, he's going to look great. If he doesn't work out, people are going to say, Tom really up for this job, because that's his area. That is the position that he should get right. I think he's going to be
I hate that
average.
though, Jay, because this feels like to me like you have to draft this guy. Like if you gave the Raiders truth serum and said, "Is this really the guy you want running your franchise?"
Hell no.
Hell no. The
They were
answer's
hoping
no.
Arch was going to be there.
Exactly. The answer's
They were hoping
absolutely
Dante
not.
Moore was going to be there.
But they're so bad. They have the number 1 pick. They have the Heisman. This is a pick they have to make, and that doesn't mean it's going to be good. Like these have to make picks to me. I don't know, man. I'm not a
Dusty
fan.
said they're having Bowers and Genty. That helps.
It helps,
If you're a younger
sure,
quarterback,
yeah.
having those, and a guy like Kirk Cousins that will be in that quarterback room with him, kind of showing him the way. I don't know if he's going to be the Alex Smith level to Mahomes, but he could be. Kirk Cousins seems like that kind of guy.
I think Kirk Cousins is a good guy to have around him because I think he projects as a Kirk Cousins type.
Right.
mediocre quarterback
shopping at Kohl's
that does a very good job. His agent
100%.
is one of the greatest agents in the history of the NFL because I don't know why people keep paying this guy the kind of money they keep paying him to play quarterback. Because Cousins.
Well, have you seen the talent of quarterbacks in the NFL, Chris?
I get it. It's just like you've seen him too, and it's just like,
but he's better than
he's better than a lot of them. But
he's better than 2/3 of the league.
But there's still a lot of guys in the league that are better than him, more talented than him, and so it's like, it's like he gets a lot of money for being a guy that doesn't, has like, what does he have, 1-2 playoff wins in his
but
he's
career? Safe, and you're going to get a chance to win every single time.
He took Indiana to a national title.
No, we're talking about Kirk Cousins.
But that's my thing about Mendoza is that Mendoza's very safe.
Okay.
And that's the reason why. I agree with you. You have to take him because your quarterback situation isn't good. But, like, if we're being honest here, Fernando Mendoza is probably a mediocre-ass quarterback in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
And Cousins was that backup for RG3 if he didn't work out.
Right, exactly.
So that's why they
did
threw
that
a couple
as well.
darts at it.
Yeah, but I think if Mendoza ends up being just an average quarterback and an average to above average quarterback, that's good, though. Like, we can't continue to compare every quarterback to Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and, the guy up in Buffalo.
I mean, it's just like you wish you would have had a better prospect there at number 1 overall.
Sure.
Kind of like how, like, in 2013, we wish that there was a better quarterback option than what was out there.
But it worked out for the best.
It ended up working out, but, like, at the time, we were like, yeah, it would have been nice for us to have a better quarterback option than, like, a Geno Smith.
Right. So this is why I love your guys' stuff, because everybody can talk the first round. That's easy, right? That's like the free space in the bingo card. That's where all the names are. Well, where I get interested with your guys' stuff and your content is, like, what happens in, like, rounds 4 or 5 and all that. And Mitch said that he wants to find this type of player for the Chiefs.
Get me a replication of Mitchell Schwartz. Give me somebody who's athletic enough, but smart and tough and durable, and you don't lose any sleep over it. And there are guys in this draft who I think fit that mold. You get a lot of discussion about the guys that let's go down the line. Blake Miller comes to mind. Super tough, smart. I love wrestlers. I want my offensive linemen to be high school wrestlers. And Creed Humphrey, right? And that's Blake Miller. Durable. His snap streak at Clemson was phenomenal. But there's others. Caleb Tiernan of Northwestern might be a little bit more of a project, but he's got a 6'7" frame to build into. Super smart, tough, also very enduring. That they're going to line up and play. They can play run, they can play pass, and so give me that guy. But you can get that guy at 40, and you really could get that guy at 29 if you trade up.
Gentlemen?
No, Lee Hunter is one of those guys at Texas Tech. I really like him because he led FBS in tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Christian Miller, the defensive lineman at Georgia, is one of those guys that can play all over that defensive line that I've always kind of liked for a long time. But Chris and I always have those guys. Hunter Lupke was one that comes to mind for North Dakota State. We liked him a fullback.
He always sends me updates on
Cowboys gave him his undrafted. There's always the Ben Senate that went to Washington.
Because you guys were saying earlier and I think Bob's right too, like people be pissed if it's a tackle at the 9th overall pick in the draft. But like those guys, it sounds like Mitch says, because I also saw another report, there's going to be a run at tackles, or linemen, I should say, at like starting at 10. So like right after the Chiefs would pick, it's like 10 to 15 linemen, right? But if there's that sort of like quiet guy that no one's talking about, and the Chiefs might need somebody at a tackle position at right tackle in the future, is that available in rounds 3 or 4 that could be that type of what he says, a Mitchell Schwartz type of guy?
Well, I like that Blake Miller a lot, but he's probably going to be hovering around the first round.
You can't get him at 40. You'd have to get him at 29. Yeah, if you want Blake Miller, 29. Tiernan at 40, yeah.
I like Markel Bell, the left tackle at Miami that's not getting any buzz.
Right. The guy I like, if there's a couple guys I like, if the Chiefs want to go tackle, if you want to go tackle 29 or 40, Maxi Anachor, the Arizona State right tackle, that's a guy to look at. And then if you want to go for a real prospect type guy, is going to take a little work, going to be a red shirt in 26. My guy Demetrius Crownover, Texas A&M, probably a 4th round guy. That's who I would look at. Over 35-inch arms, so we don't have to worry about the arm length. There's no arm length discussion with him. Now,
hang on a second real quick before you move on. Is a 4th round tackle good enough for this offense now.
Well, it's not a now pick.
Yeah,
it's
but
a 27 pick.
But even in the future, like, is a 4th round tackle good enough for this organization?
So it depends. So here's the thing. It depends on why they got into the 4th round.
Okay.
Because sometimes
if it's like a 6th round pick with Trey Smith, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, because sometimes guys fall because they're a project,
right?
Versus athleticism. Like some guys who are going to get picked in round 4, they're just not as athletic as the guys who would be picked round 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
But in this case for Crownover, it's because he was like a former tight end that converted to tackle, so he hasn't played the position very much.
Well, like Jalen Moore.
Yeah, but he's incredibly athletic, and he's got the length. It's kind of like a Esopole type situation.
Gotcha.
Where it's like great athlete, hasn't played the position very long, and so there's a lot of work you got to do to coach him up.
Right.
And I trust the Chiefs to be able to do that because the Chiefs, and I've said this many times on the podcast before, I don't think I've ever seen a team that trusts their coaching staff more than I do the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs will go out and they, like every draft, there's always a guy like that who is third day, they take him, and it's like, you look at him, it's like, size-wise, you see why they like him, but like, there's some obvious holes in the game, or it's someone who hasn't played that position very long.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, they got to work, they got to develop, and so year 1 is probably a wash, they're probably going to redshirt, and then you hope year 2 you can get something out of them. And you're like, Pole was kind of like that, though Pole was kind of forced in the position where he had to start.
Right.
And he actually did pretty well considering the circumstances.
He did, I thought. It's not like he got hurt at the end there.
Yeah,
but
I thought Pole looked fine playing left tackle.
I was like really surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I was worried about it when he came in for
what makes
Simmons.
it even better, though, is the fact that they never ran the ball, and so he was on an island. Defense knew he was in pass pro the whole time, and still, I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you don't want to upgrade on that position.
And I would like to see him compete for the right tackle spot in the future because I think he's got talent for it. It's just a matter of like, in this case, you would take Crownover because you're like, hey, we want as many competitors as we can in that position for the future. Because I think Jalen Moore's playing his last year with the team, and you want to have some options for the future. So that's the reason why I think a guy like him would be good in round 4.
Crownover's the guy that Bain worked over in the playoffs.
He did. I mean, he put
even
it to
with the
him.
short arms.
Yeah, I
In
know.
fairness. In
Rex.
fairness.
Yeah, no kidding. So rumors are swindling. It looks like they're going to continue. We'll wrap up this discussion with Chris and Binkley on the other side here on 96.5, The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. You know me. I love doing golf things. I love talking golf, playing golf, and I love having Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka on the golf course, and you can do it too this season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. So this spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade, and oh yeah, blackberry iced tea and lemonade, because there's no bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairways, and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, it's Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace from 2311 Racing. On the track, every second counts. And off the track, the same rules apply. Just fewer pit stops. That's why we're spinning into Chumba Casino. From social live casino to slot masters, the action's fast, fun, and totally free. Rack up points, climb the leaderboard, and take home bragging rights. Play anytime, anywhere. No downloads needed. Join the race at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21, present in the state where it's legal to play.
Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99 now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, it's Gold, and right now I'm driving the new 2026 Ford Mustang Mach-E. It's a fully electric vehicle, saving some money on the high gas prices right now. And over at Shawnee Mission Ford, Ford has announced a great way for you to get that dream vehicle. $399 lease payments on Mustang EcoBoost, Bronco Sport Big Bend, or $499 lease payments on a Mustang GT or an Explorer Active. Get that vehicle of your dreams for only $399 or $499 a month, plus a $500 gas card on top of that. Shawnee Mission Ford is on a mission to do more in 26. $999 down payment plus tax and fees for 36 months and 10,500 miles a year.
Hello, Kansas City. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America, N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue.
Back at it here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports, your home for draft coverage as you guys have your Super Bowl today, night one, on Super Bowl weekend, basically, which is ironic in itself that it's about the draft, not the Super Bowl, but that's the beginning to the ride to the Lombardi Trophy. Is Kristen
to a packed Brookside.
Jay Binkley. Yeah, we're ready for that. No Royals.
Are you
game,
headed down there now, Binkley?
Could you believe that? There is a storm. There is a storm coming through tonight, and the Royals don't play, so no rain out.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
No
rain out.
They have been ruining us for years.
2 years
with these
straight.
rain
Yeah.
Though it didn't happen last year.
Oh, that's right.
No, it happened on Friday night when the draft was in Kansas City when we were at Cinder
Yeah,
Block.
it happened in 23 and in 24, and we were pissed.
Yeah.
Because we were like, can we just get our broadcast going on the time that we're supposed to do it?
Now, this year, they've been great. Having an off day today. They do play tomorrow, of course, but Saturday, they don't play till night.
Yeah.
Draft will be done by then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's perfect time. Oh, Sunday night is a Sunday night baseball game. We have a wrap-up show that morning. So they have been more than accommodating.
So when you look at the situation involving the Royals tonight, you don't have to worry about it, but you do have to worry about potential tornadoes, thunderstorms, and potato-sized hail.
Semantics.
Yeah, they said it was going to be baseball. They said it was going to be baseball size hail last week, and I'm in Olathe. I didn't get nothing. I got some rain. It didn't even. It wasn't even that windy. Where I was
details,
at.
Bob.
It just rained really hard for like 5 minutes.
Is that
and then
Dusty's radar?
Fake radar.
Fake radar.
Chris, will we get a moment like this year?
They announced Josh Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State.
I hate this pick, actually. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Everybody's clapping.
The look on his face, like his head dropped when they came across the board. His head dropped.
I like it because it opened up Ohio State now. So now it's like, because they hadn't done it before. Brett Beach not even sniffed an Ohio State player. Now Ohio State's thankfully in play.
So
again.
what's going to make you say that tonight? What's going to make you say that tonight?
Offensive tackle. I'm going to say it's right. Offensive tackle. If a tackle,
although
top
I can be
10,
sold on tackle.
If a tackle happens top 10, we're going to have some conversation.
Hopefully Chris says it this year. Like you lead up to it. Like
I might. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to be that happy if they take a tackle in the top 10.
Nobody is. But again, if it works out in 2 years, we'll be telling anybody.
I'm still
who
not going to like it.
If there's no receiver in the first round, you'll definitely hear it after 29.
Yeah. Even if whoever this person is, if it's Maui Noah or whoever, even if that person's good, I'm still going to be like, yeah, you probably should have took Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon, especially if those guys are good.
If those guys are there, though, too.
I think at least one of them will be there. But yeah, I mean, I still would. There's other guys I would want over.
Under 1.5 picks for the Chiefs on Thursday night tonight.
Over.
Okay, so they're taking the 2.
Yeah, I think they're using both. Yeah, they might trade up with the second pick. I know Nate Taylor just said that when y'all had him on before us. I could see them trading up from 29 if they really like a guy, but I do think they use both.
There's no way he uses all 9. No way.
No way he uses all 9. Really? Okay.
I think the whole draft board will be all up and down, especially when you get to Saturday, because Brett Veach likes to trade, man.
Yeah.
He likes to make, just like last year, everything was going fine. Then he trade up to get no Williams in the third. So, yeah, I think Brett Veach likes to
They
trade
got 3 fifth-round picks. They might use 1 or 2 of them to move up in one of the latter rounds,
especially
like round 3
if it's
or 4.
15 guys are sitting there that they really like. I mean, they could see a move. Like Trey McDuffie. All of a sudden, weird things happen. He was a first-round graded guy for the Chiefs, starts sliding into 20s. Like, we got to go up and get this guy because we had a first-round grade on this guy. Hey, Buffalo, how you doing?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Literally.
No, yeah. Is there an NFL player that gets traded tonight?
Do we get the logistics of the A.J. Brown? Well, we won't because Diana's not working. But if we were going to get the A.J. Brown trade, like that would be the one tonight.
I'm more so looking at Dallas and George Pickens.
I still think George Pickens plays on the franchise thing.
I think so, too. I don't think there's going to be a player traded tonight. I do think there's going to be at least 3 actual trades for picks, somebody moving up.
What's Jerry going to do, though? If you don't think there's going to be trades, he's got to do something. He's the ringleader. I mean, he is the 3-ring circus.
I would not be shocked if he took a receiver as a way to kind of leverage the George Pickens situation
with CD Lamb already.
Yeah, it would not shock me if he was like, "Hey, I'm just going to go and then that person would be the CD Lamb replacement in the future." So that wouldn't shock me. It also wouldn't shock me if he traded up to. Like, if he tried to get up with like 3 or 4 to go get a David Bailey or Arvell Reese, whoever isn't taken by the Jets at 2, I can see him doing that because I think the Cardinals are begging somebody to trade up. I think they're begging somebody to take that number 3 pick because they probably don't feel that they would much rather just acquire assets.
Just rectify the whole Micah Parsons situation.
The Jets may be begging people to take 2 tonight, guys.
Maybe, but I think they might actually make that pick because they're probably feeling very good about how many assets they got because they also had 16 and I think they have another first-round pick next year because they ripped off the Colts. So I think they might be feeling good about. I think they might be feeling good about where they're at and just use those picks to get value.
They could totally build that team if they had a quarterback.
I mean,
next year is going to be the year.
Guy went back to Oregon
because they're going to suck this year, and so they're probably going to be in position to get a quarterback one of their 2 picks next year.
They can totally load up this team, but you got to have a quarterback.
They're hard for Arch. Yeah. We talked about the Chiefs a lot. I want to know about the rest of the division. Outside of Mendoza, what are the Raiders doing? Outside of the Chargers, what do you think they're doing? Or outside of the Chargers, but the Chargers, and then you look at the Broncos as well.
I think the Chargers and Raiders last year with those first-round running backs they both had, I think they're going to totally flip the script and go defensive line or on the edge. I can see them doing that. Chargers definitely need help on the offensive line as well. Would I be shocked if that's one of the directions they go as well? But I think defense is prime. You worry about Mahomes, and I think Denver did a nice job last year with Jahdae Barron in the first round because he was a cornerback. Like, you got to think about who's in this division, how can we go and stop them. They did it with the corner, but getting to the quarterback, and you hurry Mahomes. So I think that'll be high on the list for both the Raiders and the Chargers getting to Mahomes.
I can see the Chargers going interior offensive line. Because their O-line depleted. Okay. You know, they had injuries, but like the interior of the line's not good either.
Right.
Like even with their tackle situation.
Their so thin.
They got a pretty special quarterback to protect as well.
Right. And he was getting destroyed last year.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think up numbers.
So they could go like Ioane from Penn State. You know, I think interior offensive line. Maybe they decide if they're in range, if like Spencer Fano falls enough, maybe they take him and they just decide, hey, we're not going to try you at a tackle because you're not a tackle.
Right.
We'll move you inside the guard. And that might
still
play
play tackle, which I think they would.
Yeah,
like
I don't think
injuries.
he's a tackle.
Which team is?
I don't either, but I think with the injuries they've had,
which team is royally going to mess up that we're all going to be talking about on Monday? Going, oh my God, this team is so dumb. Is it Dallas? Is it the Raiders or the Bengals?
The Bengals.
The Jets, the Browns.
The Bengals is always the answer.
Drew's arms are up. Going.
Drew's got short arms too.
Oh, completely.
I'll say this: if someone drafts Ruben Bain in the top 5,
I love Drew, and I would draft Drew, but he's got short arms, Jay.
I think if someone takes Ruben Bain in the top 5, I think they're wasting the pick.
Okay. So with that notion, let's all take who we think the Chiefs are taking with the 9th pick. Binkley.
Who do I think they're taking, or who they should take?
No, who do you think they're going to pick?
Who do you think?
Francis Malianoa, the tackle but seriously, I would want Mekhi Lemon, I'm going to say, because they haven't really talked a ton about Mekhi Lemon. They did bring him in for a top 30 visit, and I think there's a lot of smoke on other players, and I do think they buy into that. I love the comparisons that they've made with him, and I think he fits in with Andy Reid, so I'm still going to go Lemon.
At 9, Jordan Tyson.
Okay.
But they might trade up. They might have to trade up to get him if they really like him. And I'm telling you, if they trade up into the top 5, I think it's Jordan Tyson.
Mac Morey, who the Chiefs picking at 9?
Jordan Tyson.
Okay. Bob Fescoe, who the Chiefs taking at 9?
Ruben Bain.
All right. I'm taking Ruben Bain. I think it's been the name all year. It's been
the position that we've talked about, Dusty, for months being so bad on this team. And they take a quarterback.
Ty Simpson.
That would draw, but I hate that pick. If it's Ty Simpson.
If it's Ty Simpson, we might
just cut the broadcast.
That would be pretzels thrown on the wall.
People would storm out of the Brooksider if they took Ty Simpson.
They would tear the
Character
Brooksider
concern
up.
show has been 86.
What happened? The Chiefs took Ty Simpson back to network programming.
If this was television, it had the colored bars on the screen.
Fox Sports Radio next.
Hang tight for 2 bros and a cup of Joe.
Where are the Royals? Where are the Royals?
Enjoy the potato-sized hail. Guys, we appreciate it. This is your busy season, so thanks for taking the time out of your days to come up here and do the show. Good luck tonight, and hopefully you like the picks tonight, guys.
Yeah, hopefully so.
I hope so.
I hope we like the picks, too.
We will. We'll talk ourselves into it.
I don't know. Well, if it's a tackle, I will not talk myself into it.
Malaga, that's the guy's name?
It's Maui Noah.
Okay.
He's the right
Milano?
tackle of Miami.
There's nothing more than a wet fart than an offensive tackle.
I know it is. It just is, man. It's like,
it's like the WrestleMania finale this year. It's just, oof.
Hey,
would not be shocked if it's Ruben.
Night 1 was terrible.
Night 1.
ESPN is going to ruin the WWE like they ruined baseball.
Or the Paul Levesque is.
Yeah, or TKO. TKO's trying to ruin
Just
it.
please be a receiver at some point tonight. That's where I really hope
Bink is going to feel like the way he was with Josh
Simmons. Not a receiver
if there's no receiver around 1, that's how he's going to be.
What if they took a receiver at 9 and 29?
I'm okay with that.
Bink would be in heaven.
I'm okay with that.
I'll tell you this. I wouldn't like it if they took 2, but 1 I'm cool with.
What
but
if 9?
2, no.
What if real quick was around the show? What if 9 is a fail, but 29 is an all-pro success? Is the draft still a failure?
No.
Okay.
No, there's 8 other picks too.
But people still going to criticize Veach for whiffing on a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
But you will get the Simmons-like
live that
reaction after 29.
Okay. All right. Guys, we appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you tonight at the Brooksider. Bob's going to bring his boat tonight because of the weather. That's right.
Well, thanks for having us on.
Absolutely. Chris Nacero, Jay Binkley, Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens. We'll get it over to Alex and Cody live in Pittsburgh. Go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, enjoy the rest of draft day. I need some honey and hot water. Wow. We'll talk to you tomorrow.